A new day brings a new challenge for fast food employees. Recently, workers at a fast food place had to deal with a rude customer who was furious that her food wasn't ready. The woman threw a tantrum, trashing the restaurant and throwing buckets over the counters. Other customers kept their distance as the employees tried to calm her down and escort her out of the restaurant. Did these men think that it was okay for girls to steal? In this surveillance video, 3 men dressed up as women were caught stealing casually. They put the stolen items into their handbags as if they were not committing a crime. They worked quickly and efficiently, but as they reached the exit, the security chased them. In an attempt to escape, they pepper sprayed the security guard and fled.
If they're thieving in skirts or in pants, one way or the other.
However, the police eventually found their whereabouts and arrested them. Late at night, in front of a porch, a strange man lingers for several minutes. He keeps fiddling with the doorknob, trying to get inside. The residents wonder what's wrong with him. Eventually, they decide to make a phone call to have him removed from their porch. Folks are puzzled about this shirtless stranger on a porch. A police officer questions him, trying to understand his intentions.
What's up, buddy? Oh. Ready to get up? What are you doing, buddy? Where's your clothes? Oh. Clothes right there? Yeah. You got ID? ID? ID. Just leave it on. You got anything on you? Sorry? You got anything on you? Did you? Where do you live? Sorry. Where do you live? Oh, where do you live? Oh, my friend. I'm sorry. Alright. You want to stand up by me? You turn around. Got your handcuffs on. Turn around. Turn around. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and sit down. Sit down. Do you have a car? Do you have a car? Tenés un carro. Sí. Ese negro. Sí. Yeah. It was right here. Sitting on 16. You told me the Johnsons. He's the driver of the Jeep. Let's go. Vamos a nosotros. We're going to walk around for a minute. Vamos con nosotros. How you doing, man? How's it going? It's my lunch seat right here, and the camera just running out. Was he trying to, like...
The shirtless stranger was finally arrested, bringing relief to the homeowner. There's this guy, right? His girlfriend tells him to grab a shopping cart, so he does. But oh no, trouble brews. He gets caught red-handed. The cart, it must go back to its home. Then, a lady steps in and teaches him a lesson.
Hey, this is your personal card.
I'm sorry, what?
This is your personal card.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take it.
Yeah, this is my own little personal.
I didn't. Yeah.
And that's my personal trash. Oh, okay.
I will put all this back.
Okay, I know it's confusing here at the beginning, and this was a little gallery, but I can see it on range. And people have stolen stuff, and I'm trying to move, so that's why
She just told me to put it.
Hyper alert.
Sorry.
They do once in a while have things downstairs that you can do, but they forget to put them back there. And
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
What's your name?
Justin.
You live here now?
I know, my girlfriend lives here.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, sorry about that. I apologize.
Say bye. Say bye. You can shoot.
In Hawthorne, California, there's this video about someone knocking on a door. They wear a vest, but that doesn't mean they're safe. He is just trying to break in and manages to succeed in it. Who knows what happens next?
Déjamelo, yo lo puedo recibir. Va para afuera, va para afuera. ¡Va para afuera! ¡Auxilio! ¡No hay dinero! ¡No hay dinero! ¡No tengo!
Remember, always lock your door and don't open it. Not even a tiny bit. If you have to answer, be careful. Bad things might happen. So, be cautious, folks, and stay safe. In a quiet neighborhood, a homeowner shares a cautionary tale. He urges everyone to lock their car doors tightly. Even when your car rests in the driveway and the gate shields you, there are folks out there who dare to open your car's trunk. The nerve, the audacity. Fortunately, this time, luck was on their side. Nothing valuable was inside. So, the lesson is clear. Always remember to lock your car doors. Stay safe and keep your belongings secure. In Denver, Colorado, a man sits at his desk. Suddenly, a woman appears outside his window. She tries to open his front door, startling him.
Yo, what are you doing?
Opening your door off.
No, for what? Come here. Leo, get in the house.
They seem to have a leash later for the dog.
No, please, no.
Okay, well, you should check on it.
In the bustling city of Union City, nestled in the heart of New Jersey, a Ring camera has captured an unsettling scene. An individual persistently and ominously knocking and pounding on a door. The motives behind this mysterious visitor remain shrouded in secrecy, leaving the residents perplexed and apprehensive. This unsettling occurrence appears to be evolving into a matter of considerable gravity, instilling fear and unease within the community. In Fort Worth, Texas, the watchful gaze of a surveillance camera records a scene unfolding with a reckless car hurtling forward, ultimately colliding with a sturdy gated fence. The aftermath of this startling event witnesses the car's passengers displaying surprising nonchalance as they calmly disembark from the vehicle and saunter away from the crash site. In our next video, we find ourselves in League City, where some police officers may end up paying a hefty $25 million for a big mistake. They wrongly arrested two innocent parents right in front of their kids, and it all went down without any good reason. These officers didn't bother to tell the parents their rights or show any warrant. They just swooped in and took them away. The parents were left wondering what in the world was happening.
What I did. You have a warrant out for your arrest for interference with public officer.
They even had a chat with the police chief about it, but that didn't clear things up either. It all started on September 2nd, and things got pretty heated when the parents asked for a warrant. The officers said they were arrested for interfering with a public officer, but it seems like a big misunderstanding.
Officer Trocha say to the point where she called me. I asked him on the phone as I was in El Campo 90 miles away, this occurred on September 2nd, that he either provide a warrant or I would take this up with the police chief the next day.
Now, there's a lawsuit in the air, and we'll have to wait and see what happens next. In this video, there's a police officer who decides to walk onto someone's private property without permission or a warrant. The property owner, a man, notices the officer's presence and asks if he has a valid reason to be there.
What's up, man? You all right? Oh, we're great. You have a warrant or a reason to be on private property?
The officer replies that he's just checking things and doesn't seem to understand the importance of permission or a warrant. The property owner explains that they've had problems with officers coming onto their property without permission before. even though they've never met the officers personally.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, we've had problems with being bullied here in our yard and officers coming.
Have I bullied you? Have I ever bullied you? Have I ever even talked to you?
It doesn't matter. I'm just neither did the ones that came in my yard and bullied me. They've never met me before either.
Okay. Well,
okay.
I bullied you?
I didn't say you did. I said the officers that have been coming through my gate without a warrant have been bullying me in my yard.
Okay.
Whether I've met them or not.
He questions the officer about why he thinks it's okay to enter private property without proper authorization. The officer seems dismissive and insists that it doesn't matter whether the gate was unsecured. He believes he has the right to enter.
You're a police officer. You're in my yard.
When I came over here, so I'm checking you. Y'all all right?
We're great. I don't.
Y'all good?
That's why I've said, why are you in my yard without a warrant or cause?
Did you not listen?
Does that give you right to come on private?
An unsecured gate? I can check on. Yes, sir.
So you could come through an unsecured gate without a warrant? You could come on private property without a warrant? Just because you want to?
The property owner disagrees, emphasizing that it's still private property and no one requested the officer's presence or gave permission.
I'm just asking. That's what you're telling me.
Your question is, if it's unsecured property, I'm making sure that everything is all right, okay?
I don't think so. No.
Think so? Okay.
Unsecured, that's a closed gate.
No, sir, it wasn't.
That still doesn't matter. It's still private property. You know the property line.
Yes, sir, I do. It was an unsecured gate.
But nobody requested your presence here. So you came through without a warrant or request or permission.
All right.
The video highlights the property owner's concern about privacy and the officer's lack of understanding regarding property rights and the need for proper procedures. In a tense office scene, the senior police officer's expression turns serious. He looks at his employee, disappointment evident in his eyes. The officer knows that his trust has been betrayed.
Moody, I understand that you've offered your resignation. Is that correct?
Want to get fired?
With a heavy heart, he decides to take action, ending the employment that had lasted nearly 3 years. The officer knows that this decision is necessary, for the employee has crossed a line.
Have you offered your resignation or not?
I can keep my job and no.
Well, you can't keep your job, okay? So let me just make it easy. You're fired. You're no longer an employee here. You understand?
He mentions a serious offense involving a prohibited item in a correctional facility, which has led to an impending arrest.
You've betrayed the trust of every citizen that we have the privilege to serve, and you've betrayed the trust of the brave and selfless men and women that you worked alongside for nearly 3 years. So as of this moment, you're under arrest for bringing a prohibited item, a cell phone, into a correctional facility. That's a third-degree felony. You have any questions about that? Well, you're going to be cuffed. First thing I want you to do is stand up and take that uniform shirt off. You don't deserve to wear it.
In a final act of authority, he instructs the disgraced employee to remove the uniform, a symbol of their lost honor. An officer stops a person at a gas station, questioning their actions. The officer claims they were speeding and cutting through parking spaces.
Hey man, you can't drive through a parking lot like that. You got your driver's license insurance? Any weapons in the car I need to worry about?
No, man.
Is there any particular reason why you felt you needed to come through the parking lot like that?
I didn't think I did anything wrong. I just came over to get gas.
You were speeding and you cut through parking spaces. You know you can't do that.
I didn't think I was doing anything, man.
You walked around.
Coming to get gas.
Yep. Oh, are we gonna go back and forth, or are you just gonna?
You asked me a question. You want me to answer it or not? I'm not. If anything, I thought I was going even slower than normal.
No, sir.
Normally people don't even park where you park, and that's the direct path to the gas pumps.
You almost hit that car that was turning right there. I was watching, man. As soon as you cut in front of me like that, I was like looking and I watched it happen. So
I come here every day. There's almost never, ever, ever anybody. So yeah, I go through there because it's the straight path from the entryway to here, which is what you're going to see everybody else do it. But I mean, you know, I hear you, man. I got it. To you, it looked like I was going fast. To me, I thought I was going even slower than normal because I didn't want to get too close to you.
Thank you. Okay, sit tight for 1 second. You can fill up your car. Go ahead and fill up your car for me.
The person explains their usual routine of coming to the gas station daily and how they didn't think they did anything wrong. The officer mentions writing tickets, but is out of them at the moment.
Okay. So,
I'm not kidding you either, man. I come here every day, dude.
I'm not.
I send pictures of my wife the price of the gas here every day when I come through.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna write you tickets, but the only reason I'm not writing you tickets is because I'm out of tickets right now. Okay, otherwise you would be receiving a citation.
For what?
Okay.
What did the citation? I'm just curious.
Disregarding traffic control device.
On private property?
Yes.
Okay.
You still can't do that. It's still illegal.
Okay.
Despite the disagreement, Mr. Shaw is eventually released without a citation.
I'm a little upset because I really, honestly...
Sir, I watched it happen, but I explained it to you and then you wanted to argue with me. And he came through the parking lot and cut through all the spaces. And he came through so fast and whooped into here, and there was a white truck. The white truck had to slam on its brakes. So I come over here. I was just going to be like, hey, man, chill out. Like, chill out. Don't be like that. But he wanted to go back and forth and argue with me and give me all kinds of stuff. I didn't have any tickets, and I didn't grab a rider this morning. So I was like, man, look, it didn't have to go this way. He kept going back and forth, so I was like, all right. Let's go. You have a rider?
I got paper tickets.
You got paper tickets? That's what I'd rather do.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do this a different way. So the other officer has a ticket book he's gonna let me use. You're gonna be receiving the citation, okay? Because I think going to jail is a bit excessive. But, well, I agree with you, but I didn't have another option. I don't have another ticket book, and I don't have a ticket writer with me. So we're gonna do it that way, okay? Step out for me.
It presses that scar, man, it hurts.
Okay, I see you sign right here. It's not a mission of guilt.
Repeat your last.
Free to go, sir.
Officer Harold faces consequences for falsely detaining and arresting Mr. Shaw without probable cause. In our next video, a 17-year-old encounters a police officer who seems puzzled by the teenager's refusal to cooperate. The officer questions the young person's age and where they're coming from.
Were you at the e-cig store?
Hey, who?
The e-cig store for e-cigarettes? How old are you?
17.
You're 17? Where are you coming from?
The rec.
The what?
The rec.
The rec center?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Why?
Because I'm asking you for your name.
No, I don't have to give out my name.
Yeah, you do, because I'm investigating a suspicious person and you have to give me your name.
Suspicious ain't a crime, though. I just came from the rec.
Okay.
Despite the officer's persistence, the teenager refuses to give their name, asserting their rights.
What is your name?
I don't need to give out that. I didn't commit no crime. But I know the law. I'm not dumb.
I didn't say you were dumb.
Then why you trying to play me for stupid?
I'm not.
Call your sergeant.
For
yeah.
what reason?
Because I asked you. That's your policy, ain't it?
I believe you.
Then why you keep questioning me if I haven't done nothing?
Well, now that I'm looking at your pants, I see they're black. And I was told they were blue pants. So, I mean, no reason to get all hyped up with me.
The situation escalates, and tensions rise as the officer becomes frustrated with the teenager's unwavering stance. In a quiet neighborhood, there's a 69-year-old veteran police officer named Skip. He's just minding his business on the side of the road when another officer, John Morello, walks up to him. But instead of being friendly, Officer Morello starts to act all bossy and mean. Skip doesn't even look up, trying to avoid any trouble. Morello tells Skip to move away and sit down.
Even look up.
Okay, well, maybe you should pay attention.
Okay.
Have a seat over there. Get away from me. Sit over there.
You're pushing me away from you?
Yeah, I don't need you stepping up to me like that. Sit down.
Stepping up to you?
Sit down or I'm going to sit you down.
I wasn't stepping up to you, sir.
Sit down. Sit down. Do you understand that? When I tell you to do something, you do it.
Yeah, is that right?
Okay.
You're on a power trip? Is that what it is?
No.
Okay.
I need you to listen. That's what's up.
Skip doesn't understand why Morello is so aggressive. He asks if Skip is homeless, but Skip says no. Morello keeps pushing him and shouting, and Skip doesn't know why. Skip tries to explain he's just chatting with a new friend when Morello interrupts, threatening to arrest him if he doesn't lower his voice. Skip's confused and scared.
Are you homeless?
No, sir, I am not homeless, okay?
So what's going on with you today?
Nothing. I'm just standing on the street corner talking to this guy I just met, and all of a sudden you're pushing me down and being real physical with
Yeah,
me.
you know
And
why?
I don't understand. No, I
Okay.
don't know why.
Lower
okay?
your voice. Lower your voice.
Really?
Okay?
Do I have to do this?
Yes,
You
I'm telling you
command
the
me?
voice.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Because
I'm going to
you
tell
got
you
a
one more
tin
time.
badge on?
I'm going
Is
to
that
tell you
what it
one more
is?
time, or you're going to go to jail.
Is that right?
Lower your voice, or you're going to jail.
Listen to this guy, okay? Do you believe in this?
Lower your voice, or you're going to jail.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
going to go to
increasing my
jail.
base.
So listen, we are going to start over again, so you can learn. Go ahead and keep moving forward. I'm going to lay you out on the
I'm
ground.
just trying to get more comfortable, okay?
You are going to calm down, and we're going to have a normal conversation,
you even
and you're
stop
going to
here?
understand why I'm here.
Okay,
if you
tell me.
shut up and listen for a minute, you
Tell
will
me.
understand.
I'm ready.
We were called here because you were here, supposedly yelling at the cars and causing a scene.
Negative.
Okay,
That-
are you going to stop talking so
that
I
is
can explain
negative,
to you?
okay?
You're about to go to jail.
I wasn't yelling at
You're
any cars,
about
okay?
to go to jail. That is the last time that I tell you. Next time you're going to have handcuffs on you and you're going to jail.
Morello finally calms down and asks why Skip was yelling at cars. Skip denies it and tries to explain himself.
So what's going on with you that you're yelling at cars or whatever?
I'm
Where
not
are you yelling at cars?
No, sir.
Okay, where do you
Absolutely
live?
Not.
Where do you
okay?
live?
I live in DeLand, North DeLand.
Okay.
It's a tense situation, and Skip wonders what's going on as Morello questions him about where he lives. There was a former sheriff named Todd. He found himself in big trouble. He was taken to court for doing some bad things, like driving when he had too much to drink. Todd stood in front of the judge, his face full of worry. The judge kept asking Todd what he did, but Todd didn't want to admit it.
At this time, is it your desire to change your plea from not guilty to guilty?
Do I have to answer that yes or no, or can I make somewhat of a statement?
That is a yes or no answer, sir.
Will I have the opportunity to say anything further?
If it is your intention to change your plea from not guilty to guilty, certainly you'll have an opportunity to make any statement. But if it is not your intent to enter a guilty plea at this time, then I'm going to set your case for jury trial, and you're going to stop wasting my time and everybody else's time this afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to waste your time.
And then is it your intention to enter a guilty plea at this time or not, sir?
No. Why am I wasting your time,
Mr. Chambers?
The judge got tired of waiting and moved on to talk to the prosecutor, and then decided to take a little break.
Every intention of coming in here today and entering a guilty plea. It's difficult for me to enter a guilty plea for a lot of reasons, and I don't want this court to think that I am trying to minimize any responsibility that I had in this situation. I feel like I'm being very much bullied into doing something that's not right, and I want this court to know that Todd Pate holds himself responsible for everything that he did. It's hard for me to lay down and plead to felony charges that don't apply.
Is it your intention today to enter this guilty plea?
And if I could address...
This is either a yes or no. Are you going to enter your plea or not?
I guess everybody thinks it's funny. Let me just plea and get it over with for everybody. Plea to something that I absolutely do not feel good about, but I don't want you to try to send me to the penitentiary for years and years.
I think we're
unusual,
done.
but
At
let's
this
do
point in
it.
time, I think we're done. Where I think we are today is that on the one hand, the Commonwealth can enforce the terms of this agreement based on the execution. Mr. Pate, I'm talking at this point in time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At this point in time, I'm going to sustain the Commonwealth's motion to revoke his bond. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckinridge County Jail.
Your Honor, if I may speak to Mr. Chambers' motion to revoke the bond.
I've already ruled. I've already ruled at this point in time.
Ma'am.
We're done at this point in time. He's going into jail today.
Finally, after a long time, Todd gave in. He was sent to jail for 75 days as his punishment. And that's how Todd's story in court ended. Judge Vonda Evans doesn't hold back when passing a sentence to Officer William Melendez. He's been found guilty of beating a suspect during a traffic stop. The suspect was driving a car when the police officers stopped him for a small driving mistake. These police officers, sadly, held some unfair beliefs, and it showed in their actions. Another officer, John Zelenowski, even texted something really mean about it. He asked for satisfaction from knowing the suspect was being hurt, which is just plain wrong.
I would have thought this. What crime did I commit? Being a black man in a Cadillac, stopped for a minor traffic offense by a group of racist police officers looking to do an. As police officer John Zelenowski, auxiliary police officer, testified in court too, in his response to a text, was quoted as saying, "At least give me the satisfaction of knowing that you're out there beating up right now. LOL." How humiliating and degrading that must have been. He was left in a cell for a number of hours before getting medical treatment. But after hearing the defendant and his fellow officers joke about his injuries as they were wiping blood off their uniforms with disinfectant. 2015. Please be quiet in my courtroom. How does this happen? I'm going to tell you how it happened. You betrayed your city. You caused your lovely wife heartache. And you caused Mr. Dent severe anguish. And finally, in the words of Vicky Yost, your commander, accountability is required to ensure continued community trust and healing.
Imagine how terrible it must have felt for the suspect. He was left in a cell for hours without any medical help. The worst part was hearing the officers joke about his injuries, cleaning their uniforms from his blood. That's not how people should be treated, and Judge Vonda Evans made sure Officer Melendez faced the consequences of his actions. Next up, we have Anthony, a man facing questions from the judge. He's suspected of assault. A deputy nearby decides to take matters into his own hands, accusing Anthony of false imprisonment and third-degree assault, plus some drug possession. But as Anthony talks to the judge, the deputy's actions catch the judge's eye. They put the deputy in custody before any case against Anthony begins.
Investigation for false imprisonment, assault in the third degree, assault as a class 2 felony, and a misdemeanor charge as well in possession of paraphernalia.
I'd like to object first. If I'm under investigation, I thought the investigation came first, and then the rest came. Hold on, man.
Get on your feet. You don't turn on me.
In the end, Anthony wins a $50,000 civil rights case. There was a blind man taking a walk with a special stick to help him navigate. Unexpectedly, he was stopped by someone who thought his stick resembled a weapon. The person asked for the blind man's name and birth date, to which he hesitated, but eventually responded.
What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
It's a navigational age. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Yeah, I am actually. What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
yes, sir. I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now?
The person insisted that it looked like he was carrying a weapon in his back pocket, wanting to make sure it was safe. The blind man tried to explain that it wasn't a firearm, but the person kept turning around, making it difficult to see.
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't have
you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a to me.
Another person arrived and asked the same questions, but the blind man repeated that it was not a weapon, just a tool for his blindness. Despite his clarification, they decided to arrest him.
Sir, what's she stop you for? For a walking stick. And it could look like a weapon. She asked you to present it, okay? Now she's asking me for ID. Okay. I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion.
Was that hard?
It's gonna be. I want your name and your badge number. I put him in jail for resisting.
Frustrated, the blind man made a public statement, asserting his right to defend himself legally.
This is not a weapon. This is an aid to a man
who's legally blind. And by him merely displaying it and showing, okay, you were wrong, Jamie Goad, you were wrong, this isn't a... That should have been the end of the encounter.
It is the law in Florida that you are supposed to resist unlawful orders. So I made up my mind to properly, legally, and as maturely as possible, given the circumstances, to fight back with the only tools that I have.
He vowed to fight back using the tools available to him, even though he couldn't see. Two friends, Burke and Brandon, found themselves pulled over by the police. As the officer approached their vehicle, he asked Burke for his license and inquired about the source of the commotion in their Jeep.
I don't know. None of us.
Yeah, come on back here with me, Mr. Burke.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bird.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you one time. How long you had your license?
Over 6 months.
Over 6 months. So everybody, you're good to haul everybody around in there, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you one time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Burke promptly informed the officer that it was Brandon who had been yelling.
If you don't, we're going to go another route with it. Who yelled out of your Jeep when you went by us?
It was Brandon.
Who?
Brandon.
Which one's Brandon?
In the front seat.
The officer, satisfied with Burke's response, proceeded to investigate Brandon, likely aiming to ascertain the reason for his outburst or address any potential concerns.
Got the Jeep.
Yes, sir.
What'd you have to say?
Nothing.
No, tell me one more time you're going to jail, son. What's your name?
Brandon Hughes.
Brandon Hughes.
Yes, sir.
I know who you are.
Yes, sir.
Is there something you need to say to us that you want to yell out the window?
No, sir.
Who you yelling at? Look at me when you talk to me, son. Who you going to yell at? What'd you say? F the police.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Get your hands out of your pockets.
Yes, sir.
Why you want to say that to the police?
I don't know, y'all protect us, I shouldn't have.
No, I ain't protecting you.
Yes, sir.
F the police. Why? You can get back. Why do you want to F the police, son?
I don't.
Why you say it then? You think it's going to make you a badass or something in front of everybody?
No, sir, I don't, because I'm getting fussed at right now.
You want to fuck the police?
No, sir.
Well, here I am, right here, brother.
I don't want to.
Why not? You're a tough guy. Come on.
I'm not tough.
Huh?
I'm not tough.
You seemed like a little baby the day you was in court, remember?
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you every opportunity.
No, sir.
This encounter marked a moment of tension and curiosity as the police officer sought to uncover the details surrounding the incident.
Then why you want to yell about it when you're in front of your buddies right there? Is it cool?
No, sir.
You trying to be a badass in front of them?
No, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you every opportunity to f me up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now let me ask you this. What have I ever done to you?
Nothing at all.
Not a damn thing.
Yes,
what has my partner ever done to you?
Not a thing.
Not a damn thing, right?
Yes, sir.
So why do you want to f the police?
I don't. I was being dumb.
No, it's a little bit more than being stupid is what I think.
Ignorant.
So let me ask you something. Next time you get caught selling weed or having weed on you, do you think somebody's going to try to cut you a break? If I go to goddamn everybody out of that damn Jeep and I find 1 ounce of damn weed, do you think I'm going to take everybody to jail?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Just me.
No, hell, I'm going to take every one of your damn friends to jail.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
17.
I didn't know y'all could be so good anymore. Everybody get out of the Jeep.
Yes, sir.
You want to see how big of a damn police is going to be? I'm fixing to show you. I'm fixing to search every damn one of you and every damn ounce of this Jeep. Now, so help me God, if I find one damn seed, every damn one of you is going to go to jail because of police, son.
Yes, sir.
17. Can you 25 with me up at Checkers?
What's your location?
Up here at Checkers.
Ultimately, the officer searched everyone in the Jeep and warned them that even a single trace of illegal substances would result in jail time for all of them. In Oklahoma City, there was a man named Daniel Holtzclaw. He wore a badge and had a job in the police department, but he did something very wrong. He used his power to hurt women. From December 2013 to June 2014, he looked for women who had problems with the law or didn't have much money. When he found them, he did terrible things to them. But one day, he made a big mistake. He stopped a lady named Janie Liggins while driving his police car. He didn't tell anyone about it. Janie wasn't a criminal, and she was brave. She told people what Daniel did to her. The police questioned Daniel for 2 hours. He said he did nothing wrong, but they didn't believe him.
Did your hands go on her at all?
I backhanded her on as far as the side.
Where on her body? Tell me, you backhanded?
Her waist, and the back portion. I didn't touch her butt or anything, but the back portion of the waist. And then she lifted it up like right here.
They found evidence, like DNA, that linked him to his crimes. Daniel went to trial, and the jury said he was guilty of many crimes. He got a very long sentence, 253 years in prison.
Well, was there anything, an accidental touch, anything?
If she thought it when I passed her, but there was nothing as far as I felt like I would do anything as far as or anything like that. And for my safety, I just checked to see if the weapons are.
He's 36 years old now and will stay in prison for a very long time. His career is over, and he will never be free again. In Pike County, Sheriff Charlie Reeder found himself in a tight spot. He'd been taking money from various cases to feed his gambling habit. Picture this. He stands before the judge, ready to spill the beans. The tension fills the room. He starts to confess, and all eyes are on him. Watch closely as the story unfolds.
I stand here before you today to take accountability for my actions. As a sheriff of Ohio, I shed, I shed bad light on the office of sheriff. For this, I am terribly sorry. If I could go back and change it, I would 1,000,000 times.
There's another box of Kleenex.
For this is not who I am. I have and I now pray that the court will find mercy on me. And I beg the court, if they see fit, to grant me community control.
The big question I have, and is on everyone's mind, I'm assuming, is, I guess, why did you take the money?
I took the money, and mind you, this does not excuse it, but from drug dealers that took it from parents of very poor people in this county.
You've been in law enforcement for 24 years. We all choose our profession, and we have to conduct ourselves with integrity so that everyone trusts us. It cannot be underestimated the damage that you have caused to the citizens of Pike County, to law enforcement who every day get up, face the same sort of stresses that you do. They go all home at night, they get up in the morning. The sacrifices that these men and women make, I think you made a mockery of it.
In a tranquil neighborhood, a man finds himself on the defensive as two officers encroach on his property without justification. Unfounded suspicions hang heavy in the air, casting a shadow over this quiet enclave. The man steadfastly refuses to yield, demanding proof of a search warrant. He holds his ground, refusing to provide any identification.
Do you have a search warrant to be on my property?
Okay. I do not, okay? Listen to me. All right. If you can just provide this information for me, your IDs, if you live here.
I'm not providing you nothing, man. Matter of fact, get off my property right now if you don't have a search warrant.
Sir, I'm
asking you nice.
And I was asking you nicely as well.
Hey, sir, all I'm saying, if you don't have a search warrant, paperwork to be on my property.
Tensions escalate as the officers persist in their requests. The man's frustration grows, and he questions the legitimacy of their accusations.
What crime do you suspect
Okay,
suspect me of committing?
The only crime that I have right now is y'all failure to identify.
Okay, 38.02, failure to identify. One must already be under arrest for a crime that he has committed. What crime have I committed?
Failure to identify.
38.02, failure to identify. Only becomes a crime when one has already been lawfully arrested for a crime. Let me give you an example, sir, since I don't know who you is.
Detained.
Huh?
And what about detained?
What am I being detained for?
You were detained because you were suspicious activity.
No, but penal code. You gotta name a penal code that I've committed. That is the crime. Name a crime that I committed. You hear me? Name a crime that I committed other than being and walking down this driveway.
You were detained for suspicious behavior.
His calm and composed demeanor contrasts sharply with the officers' uncertain justifications for their actions. They entered his property without permission, disregarding a posted no trespassing sign.
I'm gonna show you guys, because you're dealing with the wrong one. That's why you guys mad at me, because you won't be able to handle me like you handle the other ones, because I'm on top of my game. I know you see the gold teeth, the tattoos, and immediately think I'm another plain, normal, regular black guy. No, player, wrong one. But let me educate you guys today. Texas Penal Code, failure to identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refused to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person. I am not under arrest. Once you show me that you have a legitimate reason to believe that I have committed a crime or I'm in the act of committing a crime, you know, you gotta name a penal code. What penal code do you suspect me of breaking? What crime have I committed? This officer told me I look suspicious, man. I look suspicious. I walking down the driveway right here down to the backyard, right? When the officer right here was passing by, this officer right here was passing by. And when he seen me, he turned around and came back. And I looked up, he already in my backyard. You know what I'm saying? He seen the no trespassing sign.
That's correct.
He's agreeing with me. He seen the no trespassing sign and took it upon his business because he seen a guy, I guess it's such a nice looking house that we weren't supposed to be there. He's trespassing. He's looking to try to take something from me. You hear me? I violated no law. I haven't breached the peace. I've done nothing wrong. And he's here asking me for my information.
Yeah, that's all I need.
And I don't have to give that to you if I've done nothing wrong, sir.
For a suspicion act?
Suspicious of what?
Of being at this property.
This is proof right here, Marlon, of what we're dealing with. This is proof what we're dealing with. We got people in charge of us who don't even know the laws themselves. But I quote them for them. You hear me? I quote them for them.
In this serene neighborhood, an unassuming man displays an impressive grasp of the law, resolutely defending his rights and property against unwarranted intrusion. There was an officer who believed he had escaped trouble after planting evidence. Little did he realize, he unknowingly reenacted the whole scheme on his body cam. Curiosity strikes as he checks the footage, remembering the incriminating act.
I'm gonna go check here. Hold on.
Was that 30?
Yo. Hold up. Not yet.
A pause, then realization dawns, causing him to pause in shock. This officer didn't plan to, but he arrested the guy for a strange reason. He claimed there was a smell of weed. The guy had a camera and was recording the police department. The officer disagreed, saying it was private, while the guy insisted it was a public area. He mentioned the Supreme Court's ruling, allowing recording.
Smells like weed down here. Hi.
Do not record in this private police department.
It's not a private police department. It's a public police department.
Turn that off, or I'm going to seize the camera.
This is a public area. No, it's my property, sir. This is a public area.
Not record in the
This
lobby
is a
of the
public
police department.
area.
It is not.
No, the Supreme Court's already decided on this.
Case law says you cannot record.
No,
They can
it
seize
doesn't.
this. Absolutely.
The officer got upset, accused the guy of stealing equipment and attempted to arrest him. The guy said he just wanted a complaint form.
No, get off of my equipment. Get off of my equipment.
You're under arrest.
For what?
For interfering with a police officer.
Interfering with the you're stealing my equipment.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're stealing my, this is a public lobby. I came down here to get an employee complaint form against you. I'm not resisting you. There's no need to do that. I put my hands behind my back, didn't I? No, you're not gonna do that. You're obviously violating the law right now.
You're under arrest.
You were violating it yesterday.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting. My dog is attached to me.
There was a female police officer who often asked for identification without a clear reason. However, on this particular day, she is asking for the driver's license from a man. He questioned the purpose, asking about the suspected crime, but she brushed it off and insisted on verifying his identity.
Driver's license?
Yeah, I do, but I didn't get pulled over.
It doesn't matter. I'm asking you for a driver's license for an ID to verify who you are.
Okay, but what crime are we investigating? What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Let me get
what crime do
your
you
driver's
suspect me
license.
of committing?
Let me get your ID to
Okay.
verify who you are.
But you need a crime.
After a brief exchange, they resolved the situation. The officer who requested her ID thanked her and praised her professionalism.
You don't need a crime. Not to.
In public.
No, you don't.
ID?
No, you don't.
Thank you. I appreciate you, boss. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what's your name, sir? What's your badge number? I appreciate you. You're awesome, bro. Thank you. All we doing is breaking up a fight and y'all pulling us over. Thank you.
I didn't have a chance to talk to you.
All we do is break up a fight and then they can't touch people. Thank you. Have a good night.
Their interaction was part of their effort to break up a fight, and the situation ended peacefully. There is a guy riding his bike. He sees some cops from the Santa Monica Police Department talking to a couple of people. He takes out his camera and starts recording. But Officer Hallowell doesn't like it and starts acting tough.
You need to step over there and have your bike behind my car. I don't know who you are, actually.
You know him?
Yeah.
Is he with the media?
Yes. He's got a press pass.
So you want to see my press pass?
Just step over. It's supposed to be displayed before you start recording, so just move over a little bit.
Can you not touch my bike? But I'll move. Can you not kick my bike again? I'll move.
I didn't kick your bike. Why would you make up a lie?
Well, why your knees
my
touching
knees
it?
here, is that a kick?
The officer tells him to move, saying his bike should be seen first before recording. They argue about a knee touching a wheel and such. Things get heated, and the officer says he'll talk to him later, moving closer. The guy asks him to back up, but the officer says he's too close to their investigation.
All right, can you move your knee?
Can you move your bike?
I will. Can you just back up, sir?
No, I cannot.
Right now
You
you're
walk-
touching my stuff.
Well, you need to move.
I'm asking you to stop touching my property.
And I'm asking you, could you move from behind my car?
I'm saying, yeah, of course. Can you get away from my property?
How is that impeding you?
You're not
moving
even
your
wearing
stuff?
a mask.
I don't
There's an
need
ordinance in Santa Monica to wear a mask.
Not outside.
You work for the city, dude. This
But it's
is
not
ridiculous.
It's not outside.
You just had to use your knee to knee my wheel. Is your body cam on, facing downwards?
Are you not going to move?
I am.
So move.
Just back up your knee, my
You're not
freaking
doing
property.
I'm not kneeing
This is
anything.
ridiculous.
My knee is on your tire.
Next thing that happens
Move
is my
over.
tire touches you and you say I assaulted you. Now you're just going closer to me.
I want you to move over.
I am. You
And
see
get
that?
back in a reasonable space.
I'm
And then
gonna.
provide your press pass and you can be wherever you want to be.
I'm good. Just get away from me, please.
You approached us. I'm in a public space. So if anybody should be getting away, it should be you. You're too close to our investigation. I'm going to tell you one more time.
So now
because now you're trying to go into where they are. So I'm telling you to back up because you don't have a press pass. I don't know who you are.
My name is Senator.
I don't know what that means. I'm asking you to back up.
Okay, so can I get off my bike and you back up? Can you give me a little space? Would you just mind that?
No,
please,
no, because
sir?
you keep approaching my partner.
I'm not keep approaching.
It's
That's
very
not
clear.
True. I've been backing
You
up
were
since.
here and then you were here.
Right, so-
I got you to move over there.
All right, so I'm gonna get off my bike. Can you just back up for me?
No, I can't.
Sorry, can I have a badge ID?
You cannot. You can't have anything.
Hello, you're being called.
You can't have anything.
I can't have a badge and ID now?
Not right.
They go back and forth, and the officer gets angrier, forgetting the laws he learned. In the end, it turns out the cops were just dealing with vending issues. The guy keeps his cool, just wanting to provide transparency.
No one is going to fear me with your camera. I want that on your camera. You're not going to put me in fear with your camera.
I hope not.
I don't care where you go, you do that, I do not.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You want my supervisor? He's at the top of the phone.
I don't want anyone. Okay. I'm just here to provide transparency.
Well, make sure you step back in a clear manner when you do that. It's for officer safety.
Got you.
Everyone in the country knows that.
No one's talking to you.
I'm talking to you, though. I told you no. I'm outside. You are not the commander of me.
What's going on here? Now everyone's leaving? What is going on? What is going on? Yo, sir. They were just talking to you, sir. What the heck just happened? You're a photographer for the sheriffs? What is going on right now? What is going on right now?
Confusion lingers as everyone leaves, wondering what just happened. Watch this video of an old lady's house. There's a sneaky intruder on the scene. This person marches up to the front door at first, tugging on the doorknob, trying to sneak in. When that doesn't work, they decide to give the door a powerful kick to break in. It's a tense moment as they use all their might to force their way in. The elderly woman's home is in danger, and this bold break-in is quite a daring act. It's like a scene from a suspenseful movie. But remember, it's crucial to stay safe and call for help if you ever face a situation like this. The camera from the doorbell saw something scary. A weird man was knocking on the door. What will happen next? Let's watch and find out.
It's like Joe Confessor to come and open the door right now. This is the last time I need to see this answer. It's too difficult of an answer for me to give. You see how this could become a stick-up? And then suicide? This is what happens when you give any advice. It's like for money, you that you're too criminal with it. You're lucky I didn't get any of my informations. And then there, I'm more important than you. And you won't get a live. I'm very lucky to have got up, honey, sister. And I don't mean in the morning.
Look at this lady by the door. She's trying different keys, but it's not her house. This is a clear attempt to break in.
Can I help you?
Yeah, it's long apartment. Sorry, man, long apartment.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Bye.
In San Antonio, Texas, people noticed a strange person sneaking around in someone's backyard. Things got really intense when the homeowners stepped out to deal with the intruder. Determined to protect their property and stay safe, they relied on their rights. Let's watch and see how this dramatic situation unfolds.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Hey, bro. What's going in there, Eddie?
That's all I had to know.
Get the gun, Howard.
I'm ready, for real.
Oh, you ready?
I've been talking. Y'all know y'all turned your light on twice. I jumped the fence.
Why? Why? Cops. Why? Oh, cops.
Hey, man. Damn.
I don't know you, man.
All right. Okay.
You need to go back.
Get up.
Oh. Oh. Go back.
Suddenly, a daring and destitute pirate appears out of thin air, clutching a peculiar swivel chair. Without hesitation, he skillfully seats himself, spotting a mysterious package. With lightning speed, he seizes the chair, retreats effortlessly, and gracefully ascends. This individual boasts an impressive skill set. continually revealing new tools for each challenge. This time, he wields a stick to retrieve the package with finesse. His ability to improvise, whether with a chair or a cleverly chosen implement, showcases his well-thought-out plans in action. In this video from a Ring camera, we see a man and his dog near their home. The man looks very, very angry. We don't know why he's so angry yet. The police are there too. Let's find out what's going on and figure out the situation.
Disturbing to see a black man out here working first thing in the morning, not drinking all night like this mother. Like this hillbilly.
Well, that's part of the work we do, you know. That's those calls we go to. That's not us. That's true. You know. But if this does happen again, give us a call, because now we're having it. Now he's gonna get mad at him. He's gonna get mad at him. End up ultimately, we don't want to have to deal with. Someone's gonna get mad, you know what I mean? He's in a public way, right? So I don't feel public. I love the motivation. I love it.
Boss, give us money. That's how I do when I release that energy. I'll call you tonight then when he out here drinking, making noise with me. Hopefully I made my point, man. I need to be left alone. I tried to get an order of protection against this mother. That white boy privilege, you know how it is? That white boy privilege. He was mother all of my yard, but if I pass this out, he calling the police. My family's been here 20 years. 20 plus years.
So what I also do, right, for your court, so best to use the phone, right? Video camera.
I got it all on camera.
So I tell people.
This group of police officers unexpectedly stopped these guys' car for alleged speeding, but little did they know how the situation would unfold. It turned out to be a remarkable display of legal knowledge and composure by the individuals in the car.
You have your fucking gun drawn.
Because you're following me, that's why.
Is that illegal? Is that illegal? Is that unlawful? Is that unlawful? Is that unlawful? Is that unlawful? Am I being detained? For what? What reasonable articulable suspicion?
Until I get another unit here.
Yeah, you can tell me right now, because the second you get another unit here, that's conspiracy. Yeah, give me your name and ID.
Hey, they have their drawn
name
on us,
and ID
guys.
now.
You're
Name
live
and
on
ID
the
now.
internet right now, so
Yeah,
be careful what you do.
Bro.
You're live streaming right now. You have your drawn on us. All right, buddy.
Yep. I'm gonna take your.
Hey, Direct D, mirror this. This guy has his drawn on us, bro.
So it's okay for you to speed.
This guy has his drawn on us, man.
And then pull a gun on me. Yeah. I have my hands right here. What reasonable articulable suspicion do you have
This
to
is
fucking
Lee
draw a gun
County.
on me?
Lee County, guys. Lee County Sheriff.
Where's your supervisor? Is he on his way?
This guy thinks he could just speed and not use turn signals and then try to intimidate us by pulling out his gun. Without that gun and that badge, you won't do shit.
They effectively educated the officers on their rights and the absence of any wrongdoing on their part.
Reasonable articulable suspicion. What was your reasonable?
Why do you guys act above the law? What makes you guys special? Because you wear that clown suit and that badge, it makes you special. It makes you speed and not. You're not even using turning signals. We got everything on camera. So for that reason, you want to go and pull on us, right? That's what you guys do. You guys are a bunch of bullies. You guys are a bunch of bullies. You guys caused the disconnect.
It was pointed towards the vehicle,
It was
at
at
the
the
bottom of
ground.
the vehicle. Really? Because the cameras aren't going to pick that up?
It was pointed at the ground. It never was pointed at you. You know why?
Why?
Because we got called here by another officer as an officer assistant.
For what?
And he stopped answering his radio.
For what? Yeah, because he was too much to answer a goddamn question. That's
You guys are so scared of a
video
camera.
on you guys already. I've already got a team of lawyers to fucking sue you guys. And you guys just gave us that much more ammo.
I'm trying to figure out what I did.
What you did? Did you come here? Or did you come here to detain us?
I didn't come here to detain you. I came here to stop called me.
called you, which was for a detainment, correct?
Which was for him being out with 2 males and he needed assistance.
For what?
Because he was out with 2 males and he needed assistance.
Yeah, exactly. Keep talking, bro. Just picking this all up.
Bro, did you guys leave your balls in the academy or something, bro? Why are you guys so scared of everything, bro? All of you, man. You come and you pull your out just because we called you out on something that he did. You guys all come with your, look at this. Look what you guys look like, bro. You bunch of gang members, bro. To your car? Nothing. You drove off because you knew I wasn't going to move. And I didn't move away from your car. And I'm not going to move away from your car. Ever. Why? Because it's not your car. We, the taxpayers, pay that car, not you. Remember that.
We good?
Yeah, we good. Just remember, bro, don't be scared.
To the astonishment of onlookers, the officers found themselves in an awkward position, as they had unjustifiably brandished their weapons at the group without cause. In the heart of Iowa, an auditor found himself inside the Buchanan County Courthouse, seeking information about obtaining a passport. Armed with a camera, he documented his visit. Suddenly, like a storm on the horizon, Sergeant Chris Chesmore approached, demanding the auditor's ID without any apparent cause.
Huh? No, I think I came from downstairs.
Do you have an ID on you, sir?
Yeah, I do.
Can I see that, please?
Oh, certainly. Actually, if I could freaking find it, maybe.
Where are you from?
No, I was thinking about moving here.
Oh, yeah. No, your real ID.
Yeah, this is.
No.
I'm Billy Buttcrack.
The real ID.
Oh, you need the real one?
Yeah.
Son of a... Here you go. I got some ID right here. The D.
Yeah, why don't you have 10-2 come over here? What's that?
I got the ID. Here you go.
Driver's license.
Oh. Here you go. I'm gonna need to see your ID, sir. Sir?
Time to go. Let's go. You need to leave.
Excuse me? Don't touch me.
Touch you?
Yeah, you just did. You just bumped me.
You need
Why?
to leave.
For what? What did I do wrong?
You were told to leave by me.
For what? What crime?
Let's go.
What crime did I do? I'm here to get papers.
Let me see it.
No, you could
Didn't
look
you
right
get
here.
papers?
Excuse me?
Didn't you already get your papers?
I think you need to slow your roll right now.
Slow my roll?
Yeah. You know you work for me?
Come on down here. Come on down here.
For what?
Come on.
I committed no crime.
With a spine of steel, the auditor refused to yield, firmly aware of his rights. Tension hung heavy in the air as the two locked eyes in a courthouse showdown.
Be in this way.
Why are you, tyrant? What's so funny, little boy?
I don't know.
Why can't you just respect our rights? What's the First Amendment? Do you know? Didn't think so. It's a shame that you guys swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, yet you don't even know the First Amendment.
You like the Broncos?
No, I like freedom is what I like. Apparently you guys don't.
You're still free, aren't you?
Not by you. You want to be a little tyrant. Hey, get out of the public building.
I haven't.
Hey, he went up. Yeah, because you're not going to. And if you do, guess what? We'll have fun in court.
I like your camera.
We'll have fun in court.
100 times.
Guess what? Have you violated someone's rights? Of course you have. But guess what? You ain't going to violate mine without repercussions.
I like your camera. Brand.
I like your facial hair.
Thanks.
It looks actually kind of good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You should probably grow some too. Not enough testosterone?
Too much.
Oh. When you want to try violating someone's rights, you might want to read the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment.
You keep talking about these amendments, but you haven't told. You're not educating.
Yeah, are you really that clueless that I have to do your job for you?
It became a battle of principles, where the auditor squared off against an officer who had underestimated his knowledge of the law.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the wrong thing. He needs educated. This is disgusting, what he's doing.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to know what happened when I came in here? Guess what? I'm being so polite to everybody. I go in here, go in the clerks, I ask them, hey, what services do you guys provide here? And you know what? I got a passport information right here because this is what I'm looking for. I'm here to go in all these offices, and this guy right here, he should not have stripes for one. That's disgusting how you treat the public. Two, he's yelling at me. Hold on, little man. Number two, I'm in here to check out the public building. Public. Don't forget, Captain. Is this what do you accept this behavior?
What do you need?
Well, I just got here. I'm going to each one of these buildings, asking what services they provide. I'm getting certain things, like I just got a passport info because I'm going to fill it out and get a passport. And I'm here checking out the building. Then I get harassed by this deputy. It's disgusting, his behavior.
Well, check out the building.
Exactly. Why couldn't we do that in the first place? So you have no problem?
No.
Exactly. Do you have a problem now?
Captain says it's fine.
Yeah, and he says it's fine because maybe, he appreciates the Constitution. He at least, at minimum, he understands it.
Just don't interrupt or go back into any place that you're not.
Exactly, and I don't. Exactly, and I don't.
That's all I ask.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Certain parts of the building are not limited.
Yeah, thing.
Either way.
Okay.
Just go in and do
Well, there we go. At least the captain knows, Sergeant.
Okay.
You might have to take some lessons up. Go home, maybe just check out the Bill of Rights, because you don't know it.
Thank you for your advice.
Yeah, no problem. And thank me for my service, too, because your service is not good.
Okay, well, just
Bad boy.
understand there's certain areas you can go.
Oh, I'm well aware.
You can certainly go into whatever the public is as long as you're not disrupting
Yeah, exactly.
the people.
And I don't.
The people that are coming in and out and need to do business here,
Yeah.
okay?
Yep. No worries.
All right.
There you go. Thanks, Captain. Hey, Sergeant, maybe you'll learn one day.
Thank you.
This story underscores the importance of knowing one's rights in every situation. There's this man, and he keeps saying he didn't do anything wrong. The cops won't listen, though. They put him in the car because they think he looks like the person they're searching for.
Back on. Put your hands behind your back on.
432.
I'm being arrested. Detained right now. Why am I being detained? I'm gonna explain to you in a minute. Where's your ID? Right there. You're gonna take all your stuff. We can't take this. Or this. I'm gonna read you your rights real quick. All right.
I'm telling you guys got the wrong guy. I can confirm where I was, and I can even confirm my activities. I recently logged off of the VPN at my job.
Okay. At what time?
Roughly before I came over here, before I called you guys.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, you guys got the wrong guy.
Okay. The description of the guy that took off from your car is just like yours.
But that's half of Miami. Bald-headed with a beard. Even if he had dreads, it's dreads with a beard. But then it's not fair. I mean, like I said, my kids, I called because my car got...
He's explaining over and over that he's innocent, but they won't listen.
What time was your car stolen?
I told you, probably around about 5. I didn't pay attention to the time. I really just jumped out of the car to go see. That's it. If you want, like I said, we can go. Like, I had my kids and stuff like that, dropped them off, came over to say hi, and I went, I don't know what happened. I mean, like I said, I know the people that stay across there, over here, all over the place. I don't know what happened. My car just, somebody jumped in, drove off. And I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I mean, literally, I mean, why would I call the police? I mean, I called because my car is stolen. I mean, how me and my kids are going to get home? My pillow, my work ID, my work stuff, all of that stuff is in there. Why would I? That's why I'm like, why am I in handcuffs? If I'm calling them and I'm...
Just give me a second. You never been arrested before?
No.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
It's really heartbreaking. This is Brandon Spencer in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. He was charged with 4 counts of trying to hurt people.
I'm sorry for what happened here, but he's life in prison.
On a Halloween night, 19-year-old Spencer went to a big party at the University of Southern California campus in Los Angeles. Suddenly, loud noises happened, and everyone got scared. Some ran away and others hid. Spencer also ran, but he got stopped in a parking lot not too close.
That if you are so intent on killing someone that you're willing to shoot them and at the same time open fire into a crowd.
The police questioned him a few days later, and he was charged with 4 counts of trying to hurt people.
I'm not a bad person, but I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that you tried to portray me as.
4 people got hurt. Spencer said he didn't do it, But the jury didn't agree. The judge said he had to spend 40 years in jail.
Penal Code Section 12022.53D. This is to be concurrent.
There was a man named Esteban Carpio. The police were talking to him about something bad he did to an old lady in Rhode Island. In a small room, Carpio was with 2 detectives. One detective left to get some water. So, it was just Carpio and Detective Sergeant James Allen in the room. Suddenly, Carpio took Allen's weapon and hit him 2 times. Detective Allen didn't make it. Carpio ran away, jumping from a very high window 3 stories up. They caught him just 45 minutes later. At his trial, Carpio wore a mask to prevent spitting and biting.
Step off, step off.
Not guilty! I'm not guilty! I'm not guilty, Steven!
It's police brutality. He was mentally ill and he needed help and we couldn't get it. We tried and tried. And he didn't deserve this.
Every day, I face the facts of what I did and what happened.
His family said the police were too rough, but the FBI said they were not. Carpio got a life sentence without parole. Once, there was a man named O'Neill. He was 29 years old. He did something very terrible.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn I'm not.
He hurt his girlfriend, Kenyatta Barron, and their little daughter, who was only 9 years old. He used a big knife to hurt them. O'Neill also hurt their son, who was 8 years old. He made their home go on fire. O'Neill ran away, but the police caught him.
911, what is your emergency?
Hey, I just been attacked by some white demons inside Kiki. Kiki, her name is Kiki, and she tried to me.
What's she at?
Huh?
Kenyatta called the police for help when this bad thing happened, but she couldn't talk for long. Later, O'Neill called too. O'Neill went to court and he talked to his son, who was now 11.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
His son told the judge what happened.
Because he's playing a fraudulent damn recording of me beating Kenyatta Barron. I did kill Kenyatta Barron.
This is the worst case ever in my life, and I have seen some horrors.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
O'Neill is now in jail for the rest of his life. His son was taken care of by a nice detective. Meet Franklin Williams, a man with a long list of crimes in Cleveland, Ohio. He committed 3 robberies and sped away from the police. But when he stood before the judge, he just wouldn't stop talking, ignoring over a dozen warnings.
Again, I'm going to interrupt. Mr. Williams, listen to me. I'm going to gag you in 1 second.
Finally, he was given a 24-year prison term. But that sentence got tossed out by the judge, who apologized for the mistake.
That means zip it right now. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. That's a violation of the HIPPO law, Judge.
Here we go.
If you spit on, attempt to bite, or injure any of my deputies, you're going to have a bad day.
Freedom of speech, no duct tape, with the hashtag.
You face the potential maximum consecutive sentence of 134 years. I ordered a 24-year sentence.
A new judge stepped in and gave him an even longer sentence. 33 years behind bars. Franklin Williams now faces a lengthy time in prison due to his criminal actions. Meet Larry Nassar, a former USA gymnastics doctor at Michigan State University. He's admitted to assaulting girls. The courtroom was surprised when Judge Rosemary Aquilina read Nassar's words. Nassar tried to explain himself, saying his 60-year sentence for illicit videos was unfair. Judge Aquilina wasn't happy. She made fun of his excuses, making everyone laugh.
I wanted to plead no contest, but the AG refused that. I was so manipulated by the AG, and now Aquilina, and all I wanted was to minimize stress to everyone, like I wrote earlier.
She didn't show any kindness. Nassar didn't feel sorry during the long sentence. His face was blank.
I was a good doctor because my treatments worked, and those patients that are now speaking out were the same ones that praised and came back over and over and referred family and friends to see me. The media convinced them that everything I did was wrong and bad. They feel I broke their trust. My medical treatments with the Olympic/national team gymnastics were discussed as part of the plea. The FBI investigated them in 2015 and found nothing substantial because it was medical. Now they are seeking the media attention and financial reward. Would you like to withdraw your plea?
No, Your Honor.
Because you are guilty, aren't you? Are you guilty, sir?
I have said my plea, exactly. These past several days have had a significant emotional effect on myself and has shaken me to my core. I also recognize that what I am feeling pales in comparison to the pain, trauma, and emotional destruction that all of you have me. There are no words that can describe the depth and breadth of how sorry I am for what has occurred.
Judge Aquilina decided he'd stay in jail for 40 to 175 years, making sure he wouldn't be free again. Meet Marquith Lloyd, a man convicted of a serious crime in Orlando, Florida.
I'm creating a relationship, but somehow I have absolutely don't know nothing about, and they frame me.
He was already running from the police after he harmed his former girlfriend, who was going to have his baby. Sometime later, Lloyd was seen at a Walmart. An Orlando police lieutenant named Deborah Clayton enters the store. They cross paths a few times, and Lieutenant Clayton tries to stop Lloyd. Sadly, there's a confrontation, and Lieutenant Clayton gets hurt and passes away. Lloyd manages to escape, and a big search for him begins. After a while, they catch him, but not without a struggle. In court, he says he felt threatened, but the jury says he's guilty.
And I was just reacting, Mary. I was just reacting. Even when they opened the door, I just reacted. I fired 2 shots, I just reacted.
She stood in the place as my mother when I didn't have one. I truly miss my sister. I truly miss her.
Lloyd hears he might face the death penalty. He reacts strongly and gets removed from the courtroom.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Marquith Lloyd, should be sentenced to death.
You've been trying to bring me from.
All right, why don't we remove Mr. Lloyd from the courtroom?
Eventually, he is sentenced to death and is now in jail, waiting for his punishment. The police apprehended a thief who had stolen $20,650 from a bank. CCTV footage of the robbery shows the thief walking around in the bank when he accidentally drops all the cash that he was holding inside his jacket. He can be seen trying to pick all the cash up in a hurry. Since he had nowhere else to put it into, he started putting the cash into an umbrella he found lying near him. However, even after leaving the bank, Williams ended up driving his getaway vehicle over police spikes, which ultimately caused him to move on foot. And when he tried to flee on foot, he slipped on ice and injured himself. Looks like stealing needs practice too. This group of men pretended to be interested in purchasing jewelry and acted like any other customer. Unfortunately, they turned out to be armed thieves. Out of nowhere, they started threatening the worker using their weapons. They started taking out boxes of jewelry from the display, which ended up being worth around $200,000 to $300,000. The other customers looked totally confused as the robbers make a run after raiding the store. These thieves are indeed embarrassed. Look at them crawling around the store where it seems they are stealing. It's incredible how quick-minded the phone store owner must have been. The man held 2 phones in his hand for comparison. During this, the owner had locked the doors to prevent any possibility of the man running away. Indeed, what was expected ended up being exactly what happened. The man suddenly ran for it in hopes of stealing the 2 phones, but thankfully, the store's doors were locked. The man was left facing utter embarrassment as he turned around to return the phones. He started making excuses and blaming it on his friends that forced him to do it.
What made you decide to force him to do it?
The store owner posted a video on social media, emphasizing that they were always welcome if they needed food on their tables. Truly, good people are out there if you try to find them. These 3 men can be seen entering this place without any good intentions. They can be seen all over the place, clearly finding any valuables to put their hands on. They cautiously listen for sounds nearby, making it apparent that they're nervous. They then continue to break down the next door and barge into it. In this video, a man can be seen all dressed in black with his face fully covered. He starts to attach the truck chain to the ATM. He waits for the driver to move the car, and when the car moves, it breaks the machine open with it. The man in black then continues to fully attach the chain to the machine with the help of some tools. The driver moves the car away, breaking down the ATM from the platform. He then drives away, with the machine attached to the car, being dragged all the way across the road. In the end, the man can be seen running away into the distance. These 3 men quickly jump out of the truck, holding heavy tools, and start breaking the ATM. While they do this, the 4th man, the driver, parks the car backward so they can flee quickly. They break the machine from the platform using chains and the truck.
It took them 2 minutes to gain access to that machine. They were in and out really quickly. They knew exactly how to get access to the soft panel, the sheet metal panel, and then they had the tow hooks to snatch onto the solid steel door. That's about 1/4 to 1/2 inch plate that they snatched out of there.
They then turn it over, take money worth around $20,000, and leave the scene. A man dressed in black quickly entered the store and jumped over the counter. He threatened the employee and demanded that they empty the cash register. The employee complied and put the money into a black bag. The man finally left the store. Another day, another robbery. These dozens of looters barge through stores and raid the place. They can be seen running out with hands full of stolen items and leaving as if nothing happened. Surveillance cameras captured footage of a group of individuals ransacking a store. The mob can be seen grabbing as many purses as they can carry from the display shelf in seconds.
The recent uptick over the last few years with smash and grab robberies, it is definitely a new trend.
6 suspects can be identified in the footage as they escape one by one through the store's exit. it's a sad reality that even holy places are not safe anymore.
I couldn't believe it.
A 78-year-old woman was robbed unknowingly by two ladies who pretended to pray together. One held her hand, pretending to pray, while the other quietly took out the woman's wallet. After emptying it, the thief returned the wallet and the woman left.
Keep your eye on your wallet even at church, I guess.
I just never in a million years thought about anything like that happening.
It's sickening. What happened is ridiculously evil.
Later, the thieves shopped using the victim's credit card and money. Such a shameful act. You better be careful at gas stations now. What happens to this lady is truly disturbing and shows how we must stay aware of our surroundings. Watch this lady exit her car to fill up her gas. During this, a man parks right beside her car, acting like he is there for gas too. Little did the woman know that he was there with bad intentions. He hesitates for a bit, but just as he realizes that the woman is focused on the gas, he opens the woman's car door and takes out her purse. He moves swiftly and then continues to get back into his car. This way, the man succeeded in fleeing the scene without making a mess. The woman was totally unaware of this happening. The cost of fuel is making everyone worried these days, but some people resort to really bad ideas to solve their problems. Imagine this. There's a gas station owner, and he notices something strange. More and more fuel was disappearing, but there were no leaks or problems with the equipment. It was like a puzzle he couldn't solve. One day, luck was on his side. He was watching the security cameras live, and he saw a van parked right over one of the underground fuel tanks. The van had a secret trapdoor in the floor. These guys were stealing gas using a hidden hose. When they saw the owner, they sped away. The owner checked the footage from previous weeks and realized this gang had stolen gas from his station 4 times. They got away with 350 gallons, worth around $50,000.
They had a trapdoor in their vehicle, and they would put a hose down there and suck it out with the pump. In this kind of job, every penny counts. We can't afford to lose a single more gallon.
Every drop of fuel is precious, especially in today's tough economy. We hope the owner recovers and the thieves face justice. Stealing like this is a serious danger to our businesses and communities. In this wild and crazy scene, we're following a person who's dangerously close to crossing the street unscathed, but ends up causing chaos instead. This person decides to approach an innocent person at a gas pump, relentlessly pestering them for money. Despite the person's sincere explanation that they only have a credit card, this individual doesn't give up. Things take a dangerous turn when this person throws an ice bag at the other person, narrowly missing them. The situation escalates, leading to more chaos, destruction of property, and even a confrontation with a cashier who doesn't hold back. This individual's antics wreak havoc, causing damage to the store, including trashing fruits and vegetables.
Why you call me a moron? Answer my question first. That's what's wrong, nigga. Call me something else, and you ain't gonna be call me something else. Tell that number, nigga. I'll be back. And I'll get back out. I swear to God, I'll get back out. And stick on my yeah, you said apologize. Apologize to me right now. Apologize, cop. Nigga, that ain't got shit to do with me. Nigga, I'll be right back out. You see your face? You see that? I got you. I'll go to jail, boy. I'm gonna get out with you. I'm gonna smash.
Cyber security, how can we help you?
You worried about this? Get my feelings! You fake it,
Please leave the store right now, otherwise we have to call 911
you.
away.
You remember that. This is because of you. When you look at this, this is because of you. You remember that. You tell your fucking boss. This is because of your trash mouth. No more.
Customer, please cooperate with leave the store right now, otherwise we have to call 911 away.
And the police are here. They're saving what? Boy, they ain't saving nothing. Except the shit between my toes, you know? What's my tip? You remember this space? Behind my back wall, man! Ah! What? You talk on camera!
As the situation spirals out of control, the police are called, and this person's actions result in potential legal consequences. Despite it all, this individual seems to revel in the chaos, leaving a trail of destruction behind. In this scenario, a not-so-vigilant police officer had apprehended an individual but regrettably omitted crucial specifics from the citation. The astute lawyer, armed with a wealth of legal knowledge and a determination to uphold justice.
It was a positive fact not helping your investigation. You did not feel the need to include it in your citation. You testified that Mr. Klein's speech was slow and slurred. Do you remember that?
That's correct.
Could you please point to the line in your citation where that is listed on your citation?
I don't see it listed in the post-arrest complaint.
Another point that you testified to on direct examination was that Mr. Klein was unsteady on his feet, end quote. Do you remember that?
I do.
Could you please point to the line in your citation where that is listed?
That's not in there.
You indicated on direct examination that you have completed that in this case as well, correct?
I did ask him that question.
Could you please point to the citation where that phrase is listed or which line?
That's not in there because he was able to do a balance test.
So because it was a positive fact not helping your investigation, you did not feel the need to include it in your citation?
I didn't see the need to do that.
In a courtroom, a former police officer named Newman Raja faces the consequences of his actions. He is found guilty of 2 serious charges. These charges stem from an incident where Raja took the life of Corey Jones, a 31-year-old musician and housing inspector. Corey Jones had been stranded on the side of the road when his car broke down. Friends and family, deeply frustrated and angry about brutality in their community, sent heartfelt messages to Corey. The prosecution presented evidence from August 18, 2015. Around 3:15 a.m., Raja, dressed in plain clothes, approached Corey's car, thinking it was abandoned. Raja claimed Corey aimed a weapon at him, but the prosecution disagreed. They said Raja hit Corey with his weapon when he tried to flee, hitting him 6 times, leading to the end of Corey's life.
This should have never happened. My uncle should still be with us.
After careful consideration, the court sentenced Raja to 25 years in prison for each charge, to be served concurrently.
Count 1, I hereby sentence him to 25 years in the Department of Corrections. And on count 2, I hereby sentence Mr. Raja to 25 years in the Department of Corrections.
This meant he would serve both sentences at the same time, ensuring he spent a collective 25 years behind bars. Justice was served for Corey Jones and his grieving family. In 2015, there was a man named Daniel Holtzclaw, who used to be a police officer in Oklahoma City. He faced many serious charges, like hurting people and doing bad things to them. These charges include hurting women, touching them when they don't want it, and doing other bad stuff. Holtzclaw did these things to African American women between 2013 and 2014. He chose his victims from a part of the city on the basis of skin color. He did this by checking if they had done something wrong before or had problems with the law. Even though people said he did these things, Holtzclaw was still a police officer getting paid until he was officially charged in 2014.
Mr. Holtzclaw, this jury finds you guilty of the various counts. You will be remanded to the custody of the Oklahoma County Sheriff for formal sentencing set January 21st, 2016 at 10 o'clock a.m.
He lost his job in 2015. In November 2015, he went to court. Holtzclaw said he didn't do anything wrong, but the jury said he did, and gave him a big jail sentence. Holtzclaw's lawyer wanted another trial, but the judge said no. This is Jennifer, standing in the Pinellas County Justice Center at 19 years old. She got arrested on charges when she was 19, and this wasn't her first time catching the public's eye. At 15, she became famous worldwide due to uncontrollable hiccups. They called her the Hiccup Girl, but it all changed when her hiccups stopped. The media lost interest until she was arrested again, this time for planning a robbery with people she met online. She convinced her boyfriend and a friend to help. They met a 22-year-old man online, lured him to an empty house, and robbed him. Unfortunately, the man was hurt during the robbery, and Jennifer and her friends were quickly caught.
This call may be recorded or monitored. I have a free call from
Jen for me.
an inmate at Pinellas County Jail.
I got charged for the first degree. Charged for the first degree? Yes, sir. What charges included you? I didn't do nothing. I was just there at the wrong time, at the wrong place. Hello? Hi, Mama. Hello, Jennifer. What's going on? I'm in jail. Why are you in jail? From, the first degree. Who'd you kill? I ain't killed nobody. Because I set everything up. It all went wrong, Mama.
Jennifer's confession to her mother during a recorded phone call sealed her fate.
We, the jury, defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged.
Why don't you go to the podium, please? The jury having found you guilty of first degree, Miss Me, I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to life in prison without parole. You have 30 days to appeal. Okay?
She was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole, as were her co-defendants. Sometimes, fighting back can be riskier than fleeing. In this video, two men tried to rob a woman at a gas station. Instead of being a victim, she fought back. They fled but got caught on camera, leaving undeniable evidence of their crime. Fighting back can have dangers, but so does running away. Robert's desperate act of smashing a video game machine for quick cash was a stark reminder of how far people would go for money. In another unsettling incident, a mysterious hooded man entered a gas station, calmly engaging with a paid video game machine before succumbing to rage and stealing money from it. A second man swiftly left the scene, shrouded in anonymity, making it incredibly challenging to track him down, a reminder of the inherent dangers of such actions. In this particular situation, an individual finds himself being halted by a police officer for what appears to be no apparent reason. The officer's justification for this interruption is rather perplexing, as it centers around the assumption that the man might be a criminal solely because he does not reside in the immediate area.
We've had thefts in the community, okay? And you don't live here.
Do you have a reasonable suspicion?
The reasonable suspicion is that the possibility that you could be a thief in this area.
I have explained to you what I'm doing.
I want to know who I'm dealing with. You could be an accident. Okay?
So could you?
Yeah. No, not in my uniform.
Yes,
I'm
you
at
could.
work. No.
No. There have been plenty of cases where officers have broken the law.
Okay.
Let's not pretend. Nobody is perfect.
I'm not breaking the law. I'm asking you for your so you can show me your identity, and I can walk away from here and give you your identification right back to you, and we'll be done.
Are you issuing me a
Not right
civil
this second.
citation?
No, not this second.
Am I being detained, or am I free
You're not
to go?
being detained. You can leave if you want to, yes.
Okay, thank you. But if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
No, you're not free to stay. You're suspicious in this area.
Okay, you have approached me, and I have explained what I am doing. I am playing a game on my phone. So you think I'm a liar?
You're saying I deal with 90% of the time 10% worse people, okay?
Yes, yeah, I understand. Your sense of trust is gone completely.
No, it's not there.
But I'm asking you to obey the law. You do not have a reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Yes, I do. You are in an area.
What is your reasonable, articulable?
Stay there.
Now am I being detained, sir?
Now you're in violation of traffic law. On top of being in a neighborhood where you don't live, right?
Which traffic law am I in violation of, sir?
You're violation registration right now. Because this is on a white minivan, and the tag comes back to a green car.
That's what we were issued. But if I'm in violation, please issue me a citation.
Let me see your registration.
No, I just want you to obey the law.
It has nothing to do with obeying the law.
Yes, it does.
The law
I'm
has
on
to
a
do
public
with-
street.
Yeah, you're on a public street, but you don't live here.
So
You just
what?
sit at any given time.
Sure, you can ask for it, but I'm not legally required to give it to you.
I'm happy you feel that way. Have a good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. You
Please
too.
move on.
This line of reasoning raises questions about the logic behind such a decision. It is worth exploring how this man manages to respond to and educate the officer about the rights and liberties afforded to individuals, shedding light on the importance of fair treatment and due process in law enforcement encounters. In Franklin County, there was an FBI special agent named Mr. Hatton. He was on a mission to investigate suspected police misconduct. Agent Hatton needed to meet with Franklin County Deputy Rolf Gordon because of a ticket he had issued to a local businesswoman. But things turned upside down when Deputy Gordon asked Mr. Hatton for his identification.
That'll work.
Did you run your body cam?
I am now, because I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hatton. The FBI.
Okay.
You got that on body cam?
I do, but I don't understand what the problem is with you meet me at the office.
I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. You can cut off the recording device now.
Okay. Well, I will when I leave the area, sir. Hey, TJ, this guy is telling me to turn my body camera off and telling me he's going to contact other people to get involved with this. Let me get his tag number real quick. It's going to be LKST57. LKS 33 Franklin. I got one Whiskey Mike detained at this time. 17's on the way. Hey, I don't think this guy's legit, man.
Take my weapon off, okay?
26 Franklin.
I'm not going to put you in cuffs.
Putting the narrative for this call. That
Where's it
subject
at?
he's got detained.
Okay.
I've got my
Claiming
weapon
to be
on
a
my right.
federal agent.
You do got, is it on, do I have permission to take it off?
No, you don't have permission
Okay.
to take it
Just hang tight right here. I'm not cuffing you. I'm not, okay. I haven't seen a badge. I've seen an ID card. I haven't seen a badge.
You have not seen...
No, sir. I haven't seen a badge. I've seen an ID card.
I handed this to you. Did you grab it? Take it out of my hand. Do you not see a badge?
I see a badge now. That's the first time I saw the badge,
good
sir.
Lord. You don't need to be a deputy.
I saw this. He kept opening this.
Yeah. That's called my badge and my credentials.
That's very professional you to say that statement. But anyway, I was very observant.
Even after Mr. Hatton provided his ID, Deputy Gordon still didn't let him go. He was detained instead. Sergeant Mr. Hatton found himself in handcuffs, locked in the back of a patrol car, with the sun beating down on him. He kept repeating his pleas for help, or at least for some relief from the scorching heat, but no one listened.
But
Turn around for him, brother. Okay. Turn around. Okay. All right.
all right, just being detained. Double lock them.
Mm-hmm. What's the charge, brother?
You don't have any yet,
You're
but right
just
now
being
we're
detained,
running you
sir.
through multiple federal databases.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's coming up with your name. You also coming back on a terror watch list. So we're going to secure you for our protection and yours. We're going to put you in the back of a police car.
Where's that weapon at, sir?
It's on my right side, brother.
You got any other weapons on you, sir?
No, just my wallet.
All right, I'm just gonna pat you down real quick.
Go ahead.
But if somebody pulls your name up, brother, you're good to go.
Yeah, we're just trying to verify you.
But since you don't want to give us no info for nobody to contact.
That's just the wallet that
I
you
can
was
tell you
showing me a
one
while
thing.
ago.
Yeah, that's my wallet. Don't touch that thing right there. That's my law enforcement. It's got all my notes on it for what I've done today. You're not allowed to see that.
I'm not allowed to see what? Well, if you go to jail, I'm going to impound this to the sheriff's office. I'm going to get a search warrant. I'm going to touch everything.
Good.
All right?
He's clear.
My name's Sergeant Carroll.
What's
he doing here?
He is legit. 10-4-5. I'm gonna
Who just called?
handcuff him now. Captain Webb just called. 54-5. I turned it on when he told me that.
Right away. He's down here on official business, so as soon as y'all can let him go
Let
about
him
his
go.
way.
10-4. All right, sir.
Call 911. I need a medical attention right now. Unlock me. Call 911. Call 911.
We're releasing you right
no,
now,
call
sir.
911 now. Call 911. I need
33.
I'm sitting there begging you to cut off.
Release. He's requesting EMS to respond at this time.
Where's my gun and all my stuff?
Yeah, security vehicle, I'm about to get it for you.
Franklin to 33, can you give me an exact address?
We're at the new substation for the sheriff's office, Franklin.
Jacksonville, I need 911. I've asked for help. I've been in the car. They've had me smoking in the back.
10-4, can you advise if it's next door to the new dog?
Says he can't see you.
Yeah.
Finally, after a long wait, they called a medical expert. It was later revealed that Mr. Hatton was an undercover FBI special agent all along, just trying to schedule an interview with Deputy Gordon. In sunny California, a police officer finds himself in a tricky situation. He's trying to figure out how fast a driver is going, and it's all caught on camera. This driver isn't alone. They're part of a group of cars cruising together. But here's the twist. The driver knows their rights and isn't about to back down.
The reason why I stopped you is for your speed. Do you have your license?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
What was it you said you pulled me over for?
For your speed, can I see your license, please?
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Do you have a California license?
No.
No? You don't have a California license? Have you ever been issued a citation here, California?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the car registered to?
Alberta.
Alberta? Are you from Canada?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have the insurance for it?
Yep.
All right, wait a minute, call. I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah.
The officer might have thought he had it all figured out, but this driver is about to give him a lesson he won't forget.
The way I got your speed was through a bumper pace.
Through a what?
Bumper pace?
What's that mean?
Where I followed you going at that speed.
How's that possible?
Like I said, all you got to do is sign the citation. Okay, I'm not going to have a conversation with you on the side of the freeway, okay? Can you sign on the red box, please?
How fast was that allegedly going?
75 into 65.
You pull people over for doing 75 into 65?
Yes, sir.
What year, make, and model's your car?
You can ask that in court.
How long have you been an officer?
You can ask that in court. I'm going to give you a copy, and then you're free to go, okay? Make sure you speed up on the shoulder and then merge in. All right, here you go.
The people speeding past us wasn't a concern.
Here's your copy. You're free to go.
Why are you avoiding my questions?
You can ask any question you want in court.
You're
free to go.
Are you new?
Have a good one, okay? Go ahead and speed up on the shoulder and drive safe, okay?
I will.
All right.
It's a showdown in the Golden State, where knowledge and confidence collide on the open road. In Smith County, there were 3 police officers: Constable Curtis Taylor Harris, Sergeant Derek Holman, and Chief Deputy Lakenda Banks. They had a job to clear a house after people were told to leave, but instead of doing their job, they started taking things that didn't belong to them. The officers were caught on camera taking watches and other valuable items.
Hold on. Hold on, don't come down here.
No, you just bring that. This one right here?
Yeah.
Let me see. Put them in my shirt. Hold on. Hey, Gamble. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold on.
Oh, we got some cocaine.
Oh.
Yeah, everything in here. Took.
This can go in here. We set that box right. We set that on that dresser.
What's this?
A box. Hold on. Give me a second. You got this bong. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't get to check them. Huh?
Oh, you got to be.
And also a whole bunch in the other bag too. We can roll this out. We're missing a small handgun. I can tell you that now.
He probably got it with
I
him.
found some bullets. It was the bullets on top of that. I didn't go through them.
Yeah, he probably
Okay.
got it with him.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let me take this.
Okay. What is this? A cell phone or something? Scale. Oh shoot. Calculator. It's a cell phone charger. Hold on, wait. What is this? Some
A sting gun, maybe.
What?
Let me see. No, it's a clip.
to a
Yeah, it's a Ruger.
Okay, this is some more bullets. Yeah, sheriff's office, some more money.
Chief Deputy Lakenda Banks accidentally left her body camera on, and that caused big trouble for all three of them. As they moved from room to room, they grabbed everything they could find, but luckily, the body camera was still recording.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I put all that in Derek's car. I got some more. They want to know when they can come in and start moving.
When we done?
She's like, can y'all stay? I was like, I told her, I said, we'll stay at 2. I said, I said the 2 hours, I guess, will start whenever they come in to move. You still in here? You found something else? Oakley glasses. Like they got everything in a good spot. This seems like the daughter's room. Or, what you see? Yeah, I seen that one on there. The Oakleys though, they was and everything.
Now, are they allowed to keep anything of value?
Who?
Them.
As long as it's who? The constable?
No, the company.
They can't nobody touch nothing while they put it on the street. Okay. Is what I believe. So they can start doing that and we can start, ooh. Okay. What's this? Hell yeah. Yeah. They can start coming in, so 2 hours can start.
Come on in.
All right. We done got hot. They can come in. Ooh, yeah, it's hot. Ooh.
You ain't need to go rest? You need to go sit down and rest a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I need to go sit down and rest.
Yeah, go sit down and rest a little bit.
We got a little fat over there. Trying to find the pocket. You see what he found?
Huh?
He found the.
Where is it at?
Outside.
Kitchen, they got a bunch of vitamins and stuff, and nothing illegal.
They got started.
Yeah, they got to start.
Let them start. All right, y'all come on.
How do I get in this damn pocket?
You're really supposed to be out.
Yeah.
If it's a thing you need to get.
It's just the cat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he ran under that first chair.
Thank you. Thank you.
When the video came out, all 3 officers were arrested in November 2022. They were charged with stealing and abusing their power. They got out of jail by paying bonds totaling $30,000, but now they are on trial. Jacob Putman from the Smith County District Attorney's Office says they could go to jail for up to 2 years for what they did. This is Vonda Starr Smith from Afton, Tennessee. She's in court today, facing consequences for her actions. During the trial, people talked about Vonda, saying she was a good person. But the judge is very firm. He talks about the very bad thing she did, hurting a lady who was going to have a baby. The lady got very hurt inside her body. She thought she could trust Vonda, but something terrible happened.
Severe lacerations to her skull and fracture in the top of her skull. She trusted being with you as opposed to being with a stranger. And bad things happened. This murder happened after that.
Vonda's lawyer asks for a not-so-bad punishment, saying Vonda usually follows the rules and has a good job.
Not enough justice on this earth that can bring my daughter back or my grandchild. My biggest consolation is she will never see her grandchild again.
But the judge says the hurt lady was very special because she was going to be a mom. In the end, Vonda gets a very long time in jail for what she did. Meet Nico Jenkins, a young man who committed 4 serious crimes. He caused harm to others when he was only 15 years old in Omaha, Nebraska. Nico was sent to a special place for young people who make mistakes. He stayed there for 10 years because he took someone's car and hurt them. After he left that place, Nico hurt 2 more people while trying to steal things. He even hurt someone he knew from before. Later, he hurt 1 more person while taking their car. The police caught him for something else, but they connected him to one of the bad things he did using evidence. They said Nico was responsible for all 4 harmful acts.
You not realize I got Nico Jenkins? Do you not realize that? I got Nico Jenkins. I got you.
What do you mean you got me?
I got your DNA at the murder scene. I got your DNA in the car.
Sir.
I got the weapon. I got Nico Jenkins.
Nico didn't argue in court, and a group of judges decided that he should get a very serious punishment because his actions were planned and he hurt people on purpose.
Each one of these murders was a deliberate and planned act. The victims were pre-selected and the murders were purposeful.
They decided he should lose his own life for what he did.
Therefore, this panel finds that the death penalty is appropriate, should be, and is hereby given for each of the 4 murders by the defendant.
Nico didn't seem to care when they told him this, and now he is in a special place again, waiting for the punishment to happen. This is Diana Lovejoy, once married to Greg Mulvey Hill in sunny Carlsbad, California. But their union crumbled, and they parted ways after a tough divorce. The court ruled Diana must give Greg $120,000 for their home and share custody of their kid. Diana grew furious and plotted with her boyfriend, Weldon McDavid, to harm Greg. Greg was shot but thankfully survived. Both Diana and McDavid plotted this terrible act, and there's evidence against them.
It's so painful that some people in this world seem to think that I would have it in me to do this.
Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant, Diana Jean Lovejoy, guilty of the crime of attempted murder of Greg Mulvihill. guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
All right, we're going to need to take a break.
Diana fainted when the jury declared her guilty of attempted crime and conspiracy. McDavid got 50 years, and Diana received 26 years in prison. This is the story of Alex Murdaugh, the main character in a gripping courtroom drama at the Carrollton County Courthouse. He's facing charges for a terrible event involving his wife Maggie Murdaugh and their son Paul Murdaugh. Even though he says he didn't do it, he's accused of 2 serious crimes and using a weapon. The Murdaugh family's story has taken many shocking twists, leading to surprising arrests and a trial that's grabbed the whole country's attention. In the middle of it all is Alex Murdaugh, a 54-year-old lawyer from a famous family of lawyers. He's been found guilty of doing something really bad to his family. In the courtroom, people are watching closely to see what happens, but it's pretty intense.
But it is overwhelming, and it shows this man to be a cunning manipulator, a man who placed himself above all others, including his family. A man who violated the trust of so many, including his friends, his family, his partners, his profession, but most of all, Maggie.
During the trial, Alex Murdaugh gets up on the witness stand and says he didn't do it.
Listen, I would never hurt my wife Maggie, and I would never hurt my son Papa.
He's really strong about it. But later, when the judge decides what to do to him, the judge doesn't hold back. The judge says Alex didn't seem sorry during the trial, and he talks about the punishment.
I sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the indictments. In the of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh, I sentence you for the term of the rest of your natural life. For Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably loved so much.
The judge says Alex has to go to jail for the rest of his life for what he did. When they tell Alex his punishment, he doesn't show any feelings at all. He's going to jail for a really long time because of the terrible things he did. This is Brian Earl Taylor, a 21-year-old man facing sentencing for his involvement in a case of unlawful imprisonment and possession of a hidden weapon.
There, Mr. Canatra.
I would ask that you follow the sentence agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Adams.
Nothing further, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Taylor, is there anything you'd like to tell me before I sentence?
The police witnessed Taylor holding a pistol against someone's stomach during a struggle. As he addresses Judge O'Brien, Taylor begins by expressing remorse for his actions. Despite Taylor's improved behavior, his sentence falls within the guideline range of 50 to 100 months.
Judge O'Brien, my name is Brian Taylor. I would like to start off my speech by saying sorry to the victims.
Consequently, he is sentenced to 2 years in jail for carrying a concealed firearm and an additional 18 months to 15 years in prison for unlawful imprisonment. It appears that Taylor's conduct did influence the final outcome, as 5 other charges against him were dropped. This is the tale of Christopher McNabb, a man facing charges in Covington, Georgia. His young son went missing and the mother reported it to the police. A search began, and McNabb pleaded on TV for the baby's return. The next day, they found the lifeless body in a nearby forest. It was ruled a homicide due to severe head injury.
I want my kid back, man. That's my child, man. I want my kid, man.
McNabb was arrested. In court, he insisted on his innocence, but the judge gave him a life sentence without parole.
I'm innocent. I didn't do it. I've maintained that the whole time. I would never do this. That's all I got to say. I would never do it. I'm innocent.
You claim you're innocent, so you tell me what sentence the man or woman that you claim did this should receive.
If you ever find out who did them, they deserve to be under the jail.
Okay, so they ought to get the maximum sentence.
Most definitely.
Okay. On the crime of malice, I sentence you to life in confinement without parole.
McNabb now resides in Hayes State Prison, serving his life behind bars. Meet Camilla Gamet, who faced a trial in Jackson, Mississippi. The trouble began during a heated argument between Camilla and her boyfriend. Things escalated, and her boyfriend was severely hurt. Camilla found herself in court charged with a serious crime. She tried to defend herself, claiming it was all in self-defense, but the jury didn't buy it.
The way I was portrayed, mostly everything was lies. There was a little bit of truth, but mostly I was convicted off of lies.
They found her guilty, she felt misrepresented, believing most of what was said about her were falsehoods.
You're gonna shut your mouth or I'm gonna have some duct tape put on it.
Next came the sentencing.
You stab, you stab, you stab, you stab until he was. I agree with the family. I hope you in prison as well. You know, if this was a penalty state, you'd be getting the chair.
Camilla, with no remorse, interrupted the judge repeatedly. The judge had strong words for her, expressing the family's pain. Camilla received a life sentence without parole in the end. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. In Waynesville, Ohio, there were two men named Austin Myers and Timothy Mosley. They made a terrible choice. They wanted to steal something from Justin's dad's safe. But instead of asking, they went to Justin's house. They hurt him really badly. They didn't use weapons or anything like that. They used a wire to hurt Justin. It was a messy and painful way to do it.
The idea of strangling them, that way it would create no mess, pretty much be an easier job to handle. Obviously, Justin was trying to put up a fight, and he wasn't overpowering us.
Justin tried to fight back, but he couldn't win. Then, they did something even worse.
Justin was trying to ask us why. He was pleading to stop and pretty much begging for his life.
They hurt Justin with a sharp thing 21 times. It was so scary for Justin, and he begged them to stop. It's hard to imagine how scary that was. In court, Mosley told the truth about what happened to get a lighter punishment, but Myers asked the jury not to give him the worst punishment.
If you choose for me to die, it's only going to cause more pain and suffering for another family, not me. It won't hurt me. I won't feel anything. It's going to hurt more innocent people.
Justin's dad didn't hate Myers, but he wished he would always remember what he did.
I'm not going to stand up here and tell you how much I hate you. That is without question. I would just hope that every time you close your eyes at night, you see my son, Justin.
I think there's a lot of good things I can do with my life if you allow me to keep my life.
The defendant does not understand how precious life is. Therefore, the sentence of death shall be imposed upon Austin Gregory Myers on the charge of aggravated murder.
The jury decided Myers should get the worst punishment, and the judge agreed.
So many lives destroyed by this, and it was just for nothing. I mean, there was no money in the safe. There was nothing in there. They did this for basically nothing.
There's a story about a cop and a trooper working together, hand in hand. In the first clip, they're near a car, close to the passenger seat floor. They seem to be up to something tricky.
Exactly. Because then you could have said, okay, well,
The cop carries a kit, like he knows he's going to find something. It's all quite suspicious. Then, they find something. Marijuana. They talk about it, and it seems like they're separating words.
I'm pissing out here.
Trying to test something.
The trooper checks the marijuana, making sure it's clear at the bottom and dark on top. He says it's marijuana. But later, when this video surfaces, it turns out the case for drug possession got dropped.
All it is smoke ashes, cigarette smoke ashes.
You know how many people are like this right there. Yeah, they are.
Alright. Marijuana's marijuana.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well.
Can I see that?
Sure. You see where it's separated? Jeez. So what I'm looking for is clear on the bottom, dark on the top, like it is. Alright, so marijuana's marijuana.
Something fishy was going on, and justice prevailed. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. A lady was driving her car when she saw flashing red and blue lights behind her. A police officer pulled her over, and she felt worried.
How you doing? Got your license on you?
So why did you pull me over?
Speeding, ma'am.
No, I slowed down to 45.
No, I got you at 58 coming in there.
No, it was 40.
Sir, it's a traffic stop with you? Step out for me.
Soon, the officer asked her to step out of the car and then arrested her husband for some reason. Confused, her husband started recording the scene with his phone, expressing distrust and fear of the officer.
Step out. Step out. I'm not going to ask you again. Step out. 8 to 1. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. I'm gonna have a seat over here with me.
Oh,
right this way, sir.
Oh, you're funny. Hey, Flavia, get my phone and record this piece of shit.
Have a seat.
Yes,
The officer tried to explain but couldn't calm the situation, leaving everyone puzzled and uneasy. The lady felt her heart racing as she wondered why they were in this strange and unsettling situation.
Really? So he has no proof on how fast I was
They show up
going?
to court and then the judge will let you see the dash cam, the radar, whatever you need to see. I don't have to sit and answer your questions about a camera or anything. I'm explaining to you the citation and why your husband went on cuffs. When I walk up here and your husband's already throwing his arms up and saying, this guy's a I don't know there's some in here. I don't trust him. There's something wrong with your husband. I don't know if he has anger problems. Listen, let me finish. I don't know if he has anger problems or what's wrong with him. But put yourself in my shoes. If
Oh, I
you
know.
walked up,
Trust me, my life's gonna be handled.
okay, do you need help? Are you sure you're fine? Okay, because you're telling me you're scared to go with him. I don't trust that guy. There's something wrong with him. I don't know if he has anger problems. And you can record. You don't have to hide your phone up there. Put it in front of you. You have every right to record. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. The first thing you do when you guys pass me, he sees me turn around, he throws his hands up at me. That's
because
okay, now let me finish. That's number one.
Every time we come into Oklahoma, there's a police officer waiting for us.
Second thing, I walk up here and he's already telling you, this guy, he's this I get him out of here, he's a piece of you heard it all.
The officer's actions seemed random, and the lady and her husband couldn't understand why they were being treated this way. The situation became tense, and they were left feeling uncertain and anxious about what would happen next. A guy was driving his car down the road when a cop stopped him and asked for his license without any reason. Fortunately, the guy knew his rights and told the cop that asking for his license without a valid reason violated his Fourth Amendment rights.
Sheriff's Office, license and registration, please.
For what, sir?
Because we're doing a checking detail, okay?
Oh, I got that, but I got that, but what crime did I commit or traffic violation did I commit?
Checking IDs and stuff.
I get that, but that's a violation of my Fourth Amendment because
sir,
it is because
so
I haven't.
when I ask you for a driver's license,
That's
you're
no.
compelled to give it to
I'm
me,
not
okay?
unless I committed a crime, about to commit a crime, and you suspect me of committing a crime. I haven't committed any traffic violations or anything.
I get it, but it's a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
The cop claimed that the Supreme Court had ruled such stops were legal, but the guy questioned which Supreme Court case that was. The cop couldn't provide a specific case, but insisted it had been ruled legal.
How you doing, sir?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just going to get your information off your tag, check your driver's license, and all those things.
Well, I get that, but what traffic violation have I committed?
So, the Supreme Court has ruled that we can get out here and do checking details in the roadway. It is a legal thing, and anybody that comes through has to possess a driver's license, has to possess a registration, has to possess insurance, and an inspection sticker.
If they've committed a crime?
No.
Yes.
We can stand out here and check anybody's information. The Supreme Court has ruled that it is legal.
So you can just randomly ask people?
We can randomly ask
But that's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
The Supreme Court has said it is not.
What Supreme Court case is that?
Do what?
What Supreme Court case is that?
It's not a Supreme Court case. The Supreme Court has just ruled on it and said that it is legal.
When was that ruled?
Huh?
What ruling? In order for the Supreme Court doesn't just come out and say, hey, we're going to make this ruling. It has to have been a Supreme Court case.
Despite the cop's claims, the guy asserted his Fourth Amendment rights and refused to provide his license without a valid reason.
I'm not trying to make anything hard, but unless
I
I've committed, yeah, no, I get it.
People do this to us all the time, but the Supreme Court has ruled it is legal. So yes, we have the legal right to do it.
I would have to see that because
Well,
I still have a Fourth Amendment right, regardless.
You
of
are licensed. Your inspection sticker's good. Your tags are good. You got a seatbelt on. You have a good day, sir.
Thank you, sir. You guys have a wonderful day. Please be safe.
In the end, the cop let him go, and they both wished each other a safe day. This is Kimberly Kesser, who's facing charges in Nassau County, Florida.
Jordan Beard is Jolene Cummings' cousin.
She worked at Tangle's hair salon using a fake name, staying hidden for 25 years. But she was finally discovered after a tragic incident involving her coworker. With a pair of scissors, she harmed her coworker and got rid of her remains. After her arrest, she awaits trial.
Are we on mute anyway, so I can say whatever the I want?
We're not on mute.
Oh, okay.
In jail, her cell has styrofoam trees and salt smeared on the walls. Her behavior is troublesome, causing her to be moved to a separate room during the trial.
Began to remove feces from styrofoam trays in the back of her cell and smear on herself on the walls. She began to throw feces at Smith, Miller, and I.
She refused the public defender's help and made false claims about her previous one.
I refuse it. I have refused it. I refuse the public defender's office. They appointed Jolene Cummings' cousin as my public defender. What, you don't want the public to know that? Jordan Beard is Jolene Cummings' cousin. Jordan Beard is Jolene's cousin.
In the end, she was found guilty of first-degree crime and sentenced to life in prison without parole. This is Dale Roy Greenman, a young man caught up in a legal tangle. He's accused of swiping some items from a 7-Eleven store, cigarettes, a lighter, and a Gatorade. When he got to the cashier, he simply strolled out without paying.
Horse, you do whatever the you want.
Excuse me?
My name is Mr. Greenman. I'm the federal witness of the United States federal government. I demand some respect, you. Let's get a jail round along y'all and figure out what you're doing.
Alright, he can be removed once y'all get him out.
Before this, he had another charge for messing with evidence. This new charge might turn his minor wrongdoing into a serious one. When Greenman hears this, he loses his cool. He rants for a good 30 seconds, claiming he's a federal witness for the United States government. Unfortunately, this outburst gets him kicked out of the courtroom and into custody. His bond is also bumped up from $250 to $1,000. During a live news interview, an interviewer reported that the police detained a man for attempting to leave a store without paying for items worth around $600.
I'm trying to purchase my stuff.
Okay, you passed the point of sale station.
I didn't put anything. I thought it went through. It did not. So I'm trying to bring it back up on my phone.
The police officer confronted the man, who claimed that his online payment had failed. However, the man became increasingly aggressive and began blaming the officer.
Okay. I'm supposed to be scared because you're a cop?
Nope, you're not supposed to be scared of me because
I got to listen to you. You're a cop. What are you going to do? Kill me?
Actually,
you
no.
Put your hands on me in Walmart?
The situation escalated, and the officer used pepper spray on the man to detain him.
No, now you're being detained.
Detained for what?
Okay.
Detained for what?
Because I have to identify you. And you're
Identify me for what? I have Walmart Pay. It did not work. I made a mistake and went right back to the register.
Okay.
The man was eventually arrested not only for this incident, but also for charges of stalking and drug use. In Ramapo, New York, a guy stood in front of the town hall. He wanted to check something called the First Amendment. Some officers, led by a lady, came up to him. They tried to make him nervous, but this guy knew about his rights. He told the officers why he was there. He wanted to let them know. Then, something interesting happened.
You can stay right there, that's fine. You don't need to approach me.
Excuse me?
You can stay right there.
I don't need to approach you?
No, you can stay right back there. You can walk back that way.
Ma'am.
You can walk back that way.
Yeah.
Keep walking back that way.
Can you de-escalate a little bit? Because I feel like you're trying to just exert your authority over me, and I don't like it.
I'm not. I'm speaking to you in my normal voice.
You have no authority over me. Okay?
Actually, I do.
I'm in a public building. I'm conducting
and they're
lawful
asking
business.
You to leave.
I'm conducting lawful business. No, they didn't. That's a lie.
Yes, they did.
They did not ask me to leave.
They asked you to leave, and they said that
I'm
you were no
conducting
longer allowed to be
I'm
here.
conducting business.
So therefore, you need to leave the location.
I'm conducting business. I'm doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
They asked you to leave.
So you're saying, can I get a supervisor here?
Right there.
Hi, I'm conducting lawful business. I'm an independent journalist, exercising my freedom of press right.
Okay.
It's a right, not a privilege. Freedom of press. This is a public building. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers here, 6 including yourself, Sergeant. It's completely uncalled for. I'm trying to conduct business. Do you have a crime that you suspect me of committing? Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion?
On an investigation of a complaint, yes.
Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion I've committed a crime?
We're not saying that you committed a crime. We are here to investigate a complaint right now.
So if you haven't, if you're saying that I haven't committed a crime, then I don't have to provide you my ID lawfully. So I'm not going to.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you to step out of this building and to leave this building.
I'm conducting business, man.
Okay, at this point you were asked that you were not allowed welcome here anymore, and we were going to ask you to
But you can't stop somebody from recording. You can't stop somebody from
I never asked
gathering.
you to stop recording. That is not what I've asked you to do. I asked
You're
you
asking me to leave a public building,
yes,
man.
You were no
Can I get your
longer
name?
welcome in this building. My name is Sergeant Mayer.
Sergeant Mayer, and your badge number?
Yes, 456.
456. And are you telling me that if I don't leave this building, you're going to arrest me?
I'm telling you right now that you're going to leave this building. Yes.
No, but I just want to know.
I'm not going to argue with you back and forth.
You took an oath to the Constitution. Freedom of press is part of the Constitution. You have to, if you're going to uphold it, you have to learn it. This is an illegal detainment. You can't detain me unless you suspect that I'm committing a crime. This is all things you should have learned in the academy. And as a supervisor, I think that's, you should really know. You cannot detain somebody legally without you having suspecting me of committing a crime. This is ridiculous. Thank you. Can I get your name, sir? Can I get your
Dolan.
Lieutenant Dolan? Thank you, Lieutenant. You guys are dismissed. Please don't detain me unlawfully anymore.
No one's detaining you.
See, no. No.
If you're not doing anything illegal or dangerous or disruptive,
Exactly.
that's fine with me.
It's my right to be in this building.
As long as you
This is a taxpayer's
follow the
building.
rules, then
This is the taxpayer's building.
but thank you very much.
And by the way, she did detain me. Just so you know. Just so you know, it's on camera. She did detain me.
Well, I'm not gonna
So that's
do
an
that.
unlawful detainment.
I'm not going to do anything with you. But
Okay.
that's all it is.
Great. Take care, guys.
The officers didn't like it and left. And that's how the guy made sure his rights were respected and gave the officers a taste of their own medicine. There's this guy just driving along the road, all calm and cool. Suddenly, a Van Buren County sheriff pulls him over and begins to ask for his ID. But here's the twist, folks. Our guy hadn't done anything wrong, not a single traffic rule broken. He decides to teach the sheriff a thing or two, explaining things in a smart way. And that's how it goes.
Evening, sir. Deputy Rouse from the Sheriff's Office. How you doing? You got your license, registration, proof of insurance with you tonight?
What's the nature of the stop?
As soon as I know who you are, I'll be happy to explain that.
Is this to Germany? Do I got to provide papers before you tell me why?
Well, if I don't know who I'm talking to, in case you run off or flee, I'd like to know who I'm talking to. So if you don't mind providing your identification, I'd be happy to go forward with you.
Well, I would take the key out if I could, but I can't.
Okay, no problem.
I would still like to know why I'm being stopped.
I'd be happy to explain that to you as soon as you provide me your identification, sir.
Are we in Nazi Germany?
No, we're not. I think you know the answer to that question.
Okay.
I don't think Nazi Germany exists anymore.
Exactly my point. You do realize in order to get ID from somebody, you have to have a reason and articulate that reason for the stop, right?
I'm well aware of how it works.
You do realize I'm a constitutionalist, so I know this shit.
Okay.
So, unless you can articulate,
here?
this is my property, yes.
This is your property.
Well, I don't live here, but this is my property.
This is where you're staying. Okay.
This is not where I'm staying, but I own this property.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
And I knew you were following me. I knew I used my turn signals. I knew I wasn't speeding. As soon as I see you on the side of the road, I see you hit your brake lights. I knew you were going to with me. I knew exactly what you were going to do. There's nothing wrong with my car. Every light on my car works.
Yes, sir.
So what's the nature of the stop?
Well, the nature of the stop is when you went by, it didn't look like there was a front bumper. And then as I was behind the car trying to run a registration, you took multiple turns and it appeared to be evading me. All I'm doing is checking out what's going on.
You better get your goddamn supervisor. Dude, we both know where this is going, and you know you have no reason to pull me over.
Okay. All you need in Michigan is reasonable suspicion to make a traffic stop.
Yes, you have to have a RAS. But what is your single articulable suspicion?
It appeared you were trying to avoid police contact.
Bull.
It looked like you had a bumper on the front of the car when you went by.
Dude, I'm not giving ID, because I didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay. Is this your car?
It's in my dad's name, yes.
It's in your dad's name?
Yep.
Okay, sir.
Dude, this is going to make an awesome YouTube video. You just admitted that I committed no crime or no traffic infraction. When the f is it illegal to make turns? There is a bumper on my car.
Well,
Come on, man. This is bull. Come on. You know it's bull. Just leave me alone.
Okay.
You know this is bull. Just leave me alone. I'm not doing nothing, right? Okay. You have a good night.
A surprising encounter on the road. Who knew you could learn a lesson, even when you're not expecting it? In the city, there's Officer Keisha Richburg, standing at the scene of a terrible attack. The air is heavy with worry. An EMT gently hands her something. It's the victim's wallet and phone. Surprise, surprise, there's $500 hiding inside that wallet. Officer Keisha, she takes the money. You see her eyes light up just a bit. She thinks it's hers to keep, but hold on. The money wasn't put there by mistake. It was evidence.
Yeah, this is ID right there, but that's what's coming in the brain right there.
You could grab his phone. Man, you could step back. It's a crime scene at this point. Okay. Yeah. I just called in his job for him. That's fine. Okay. Just step back for a second.
Yeah, now.
Thank you. So in the bag.
I'm not going to mess with that because it's
for
the front.
Hey, radios is shot to the left side of his head. No? Hey! I'm gonna follow him. Hey, this the officer. He's been transported.
Later on, at Grady Memorial Hospital, Officer Keisha hands over the wallet to another police officer. You might say she's trying to cover her tracks. Then, a bit later, they watch the body cam footage. The investigators, they don't like what they see. Officer Keisha, she's caught red-handed. So, she loses her job with the Atlanta Police Department. They didn't like her response to what she did. And that's the end of this story. There were some sneaky bandits who wore masks to hide their faces. They walked into a mobile phone store, all quiet-like, and then, like magic, they opened up the lockers where all the precious stuff was kept. They managed to escape before anyone could catch them. In the big city of Boston, there was a mysterious robber causing trouble. This sneaky bandit was believed to be the mastermind behind 9 daring robberies at 7 different corner stores. From May 24th, 2019 to August 26th, 2019, this troublemaker struck fear into shopkeepers' hearts. One summer day on August 19th, 2019, the thief targeted Terry's Market in Dedham, Massachusetts. Wearing a mask to hide their identity, the rogue boldly looted the store.
Open the register. Open the register. Hurry up. Hurry up. Open it. Get the rest of the money. Get the rest of the money right now. Get the rest. This is not it. This is not it. Get the rest. Hurry up. Hurry up. That's not it. Get the rest. Come on. Nothing less. Open it up. Hurry up. Hurry it up. Hurry it up. Come on. Come on now. Get the rest. That's not it. Get the rest of the money. Don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me. I will shoot. Get the rest of the money.
Nothing, my friend. Judge, I know what's here.
Come on.
Please, nothing, my brother. Nothing.
Don't lie to
Nothing,
me.
no money. Please.
Don't lie to me. Please.
Nothing,
Don't
my
lie to me.
nothing.
Please. Why are you lying to me? Why are you lying?
Nothing, my please. Sorry, brother.
Turn around. Get down. Where's your money? Where's the money?
No, nothing. Yeah, I got it. Nothing. Nothing.
What's your phone right there? Put it in. Turn around. Put it in there. Don't want to hurt.
I know for nothing, okay?
Okay, turn around.
Sorry, buddy.
Turn around. I don't want to hurt.
No, no.
Turn around.
Okay.
Turn around. Stay like that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, sit right there. Sit right there. Don't sit on the table. Sit down on the table. Sit down on the table.
Yeah.
Sit down. Turn around. Look this way. I don't want to shoot. Stay like that for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's if you look. Don't look.
Luck was on their side that day, and they managed to escape before anyone could catch them. The city held its breath, waiting for the day justice would finally catch up to this slippery crook. In Houston, the police said a guy got caught on camera swiping a shiny bracelet from a fancy jewelry store in Willowbrook Mall on January 7th, 2023. Then, like a speedy shadow, he dashed away into the unknown. In April 2022, a sneaky thief visited Crank Revolution Bike Shop in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. This wasn't the first time. Many other bike shops in northern Illinois also suffered break-ins. The audacious thief simply wheeled away with the bikes, leaving everyone puzzled and concerned. In Fairburn, a scary incident unfolded at the AT&T store on Sonoya Road. Two men, armed with a gun, approached an employee leaving work. They forced her back inside, demanding access to the safe. The employee had to sit still as the robbers filled a bag with phones and money. Fairburn police are now searching for these culprits who got away with 47 phones and nearly $1,500.
Anybody who's willing to point a gun at another human being is something we are very, very concerned about. Which again, we know is not a lot to go on, but you know, somebody usually knows something about what's going on. She didn't try to fight back or try to do anything heroic. She followed their instructions, and that's exactly what we ask people to do. We don't want people, you know, trying to do anything heroic and getting themselves hurt.
Thankfully, the employee followed their instructions and stayed safe. AT&T is offering a $2,500 reward for information leading to their arrest. Sneaky thieves sneaked into the Apple store and swiped a bunch of shiny phones. The poor store folks were left stunned, their eyes glued to the empty shelves. The robbers vanished into thin air, leaving everyone in disbelief. In a shopping center, 3 guys decide to cause trouble and heartbreak. They start by trying a side entrance, but that doesn't work out. No biggie for them, though. They quickly switch to plan B and dash to the front of the store. These guys are on a mission, and they force open the main entrance, barging in like they own the place. They hit 2 stores, leaving a small business owner crushed. The first 2 crooks do their thing, but the third one has a specific target in mind. They go all out, kicking and tearing through the store, grabbing thousands of dollars worth of cigarettes. The spree doesn't stop there. Joe Vitagliano's news agency is the next unlucky spot. The thieves snatch $5,000 in cash and something irreplaceable: Joe's dream of keeping the family business alive.
I'm that off, you know. I just don't feel like coming here anymore. That's it, full stop. That is the last straw. It has. Look, I've been doing this now for 45 years, and this is the first time that I've ever been broken into.
The plastic doors of the shops were pried open like they really wanted something.
The impact of their actions makes Joe think about selling the business he hoped to pass down. This spree, full of destruction and sorrow, shows how vulnerable small businesses are to these criminal acts. While the stolen stuff can be replaced, the damage to the spirit of business owners leaves lasting scars. This surveillance video captures a masked and armed man entering Metro PCS and heading straight to the counter. The employee, upon seeing the weapon, calmly moved back without resistance. The individual then took the money from the counter and quickly left the premises. Three individuals arrived at a fireworks warehouse in a car, with 2 entering the warehouse while 1 stood outside as a getaway driver. The 2 individuals inside the warehouse took fireworks, ignited them, and fled. As a fire broke out, vigilant customers took action, using a fire extinguisher to prevent further damage. In their hasty exit, the culprits also took products from the store, amounting to a total value of $200. 3 armed and masked individuals targeted Metro PCS in Ensley. They entered the store, threatening an employee and another individual. Despite searching, they couldn't find any money. Suddenly, the alarm started blaring, prompting them to hastily flee the scene. At a convenience store, a guy attempts to walk out with a box of items without paying. The woman at the counter, with the lock button hanging around her neck, calmly presses it, a smirk on her face as the guy finds himself locked in. Despite his efforts to open it, he struggles in vain. Eventually, defeated, he places the box back on the counter and exits. In a distressing incident, a masked and armed individual entered the store, menacing the employees. He coerced them to the counter demanding money, and the employees, fearing for their safety, handed over the cash. The assailant swiftly made his escape. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.